Hey, flooding in! How is everyone doing on this fan-fucking-tastic Tuesday chat? Somebody said I was so bored. Well, now you can watch the stream for fucking 4 hours. Aiden and Cody for the sub, Nor for the 5. My main man, Joe, what's up? Thank you for the 500 biddies. And what's up, bro? Shaitlin and Lean for the sub. Big Dog, thank you for the 5 gifts pre-stream again. And Jeffrey for the sub. Hammy for the 3. Thoughts on adding a music suggestion tab to the Discord. Marcus for the sub. Maybe, but I just know motherfuckers would spam it. Like, there would be one guy that would just spam every Yeet song and be like, dude, this shit's heat. Trust me. Everybody give this one a listen. And it's like the most shit-ass song you've ever heard in your entire life. Maybe for a video I would do that. Anyways. We're live on a Tuesday, chat. Somebody said it's in slow mode. It is in 3-second slow mode. But I don't think that's a big deal. Do you really need to type back-to-back chats within 3 seconds of one another? By the time you hit enter and type out your new message, it's been 3 seconds. It just prevents people from spamming. Kyle and Benny for the sub, Lulu for the 3, Marcus for the sub. Chat, we're live on a Tuesday. I'm normally not live on a Tuesday. Why are we live on a Tuesday? Well, I'm going to be live today. I'm not live Sunday. That's why. So we moved Sunday's stream to today, and then I moved my off day to Sunday. It's that simple, chat. You get it? Got it? Good. Okay. We're running a few things today. It's not just reacts. We're going to be doing reactions, and then we're going to be playing a game called Will You Press the Button, which is basically a would you rather, but not really because it gives you a hypothetical, and you either accept or deny the hypothetical. It's very simple. Outside of that, it's going to be a React day today. Tomorrow's going to be itch.io horror and Little Misfortune. Wednesday is going to be, or that's Wednesday. Thursday is going to be Helldivers, probably me, JoJo, Sneeg, and Zeusy. And then Infinite Craft Racing. Friday's going to be React. Saturday's going to be Ready or Not and Killer Frequency. And then I'll be off Sunday on Monday for Minecraft and off Tuesday. And then we'll be back to our regular schedule. Does that sound good? Chat! That's the schedule for the week. Lulu for the 3, Benny and Kyle for the sub, Dyla, Nate, and Q for the sub, Naruto for the 3. Somebody stole $450 from me, and I know where he lives. Do you have advice on what should I do? Well, I wouldn't threaten him, because that would be illegal. But how did he steal the money from you, number 1? I'm just curious on that. And number 2, ask him for the money back, or snitch on him to his parents. I don't know. I'm assuming you're in high school. If it comes down to it, I'd be like, yo, your son owes me $450 fucking dollars. Kidnap him? See, yeah, no, don't listen to my chat. Jess for the 3. Love your streams. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Matthew for the 3. I'm the dickhead that told you to do a handstand today. I challenge you to see how long you can hold your breath. Well, I'm not, the reason I don't do that, somebody's challenged me to that before. The reason I won't do that is because you guys will say I'm lying because you can't prove whether or not I'm actually holding my breath. Like, I could just go like this. And I'm just breathing. You know what I mean? And just acting like I'm not breathing. CSD for the 1,000 biddies. Hey, Joey, boy, W month so far. You inspired me to start hitting the gym. Dub. Got a membership went for the first time yesterday. Tomorrow, me and my girlfriend's for 1-year anniversary. Happy anniversary. Do you have any ideas or something extra I could do for her? You're a walking dub, bro. The biggest thing with women, or just partners in general, is proving that you know them. And so I don't know you or your girlfriend, but maybe do something that she might have mentioned like 1 or 2 times and that you had to pick up on, right? If you haven't picked up on it yet, start listening, right? Because like if I'm hanging out with Brooke, she might one-off say something that's like an interest of hers that she's never told me before, but it's also not really like relevant. And then if you surprise her 6 months down the line with that thing, they'll be like, oh my God, you're the love of my life. You know what I mean? Because like you actually remembered what the fuck they said. Like there's a lot of shit that Brooke tells me that I don't remember. But I mean, when it comes down to presents, you got to remember, like one of the things that I got Brooke was like, she likes Emma Chamberlain, right? She used to watch Emma Chamberlain. So I got her Emma Chamberlain's coffee. Because she also likes coffee. So that was just like something small that I know she enjoys, but we also don't speak about. So something like that. I mean, I don't know if it's tomorrow. I don't know if you're going to have the time. Outside of that, just get her flowers. Write her a letter, right? Write her a letter. handwrite a fucking letter and hand it to her. But not some don't put it on a fucking stupid ass anniversary card. Get a nice piece of paper and write out, like, why you love her. Don't do it. You don't need to do a poem, but like, happy anniversary, blah, blah, blah. You like write something that's like from your heart. You know what I mean? Outside of that, chat, lock in here. Let me show you what we're reacting to today. Knox and 420 for the sub, floating for the 3. I'm in school right now, and calc class starts in 5 minutes. Rip. Barnyard for the sub, or Barnard for the sub, and Professor for the sub. Chat, off rip, first video of the day. Old one, one of you guys sent this in here, and I thought it was funny. Exclamation point Discord, by the way. Mods pin the Discord link. If you have any videos you want me to watch or games you want me to play, send those there. That's how I find most of the videos that I watch, the games that I play. Basically, all the videos that actually, I found like half of these myself. But if you want to send videos there, I find most of the videos that I watch from you guys and most of the games that I play from you guys. T-Beesh for the sub, Dakota for the 3. Talking to a girl, I think she likes me. I don't know if I'm just being myself and going with the flow. Is there anything else I should do? Be yourself. That's it. Venom for the sub, ask her out for a date, and then see where it goes. CSD for the 5. Currently writing a long-ass letter for her. Okay, well, that's good. All right. AQ for the sub. First video of the day. Not even really a video. It's a fucking 1-minute video. We get some kids riled up for pizza and then leave. 17s decide who win a car. Who wins a car? Jesus, I can't read. How we ruined Dog's Big Tug video. W Big Tug. Living in a New York City apartment for $650 a month. We are witnessing the worst pro sports team of all time. Every paradox in 8 minutes. Beware of jelking. Will you press the button? This is the game that we're going to play. And then we'll probably end off with a long Papa Meat video, the deadliest amusement park rides. I usually end off with a long video because I feel like that's more of a vibe. But Big Dog Eugene, thank you for the 5 fucking gifteds. Thank them if you got a sub. Thank you for the 5 fucking gifteds, Big Dog Eugene. I appreciate the fucking subs there, brother. D-Skags for the sub, AQ for the sub. Chat, are we ready to lock into the videos today? Yay or nay? Do we understand why I'm live today? One more time. Live today, not live Sunday. Swap the days. Boom. Off Sunday, live today. Boom. Tomorrow, Scary Game Day. Itch.io, Little Misfortune. Thursday, Helldivers, Infinite Craft Races. Friday, Reacts. Saturday, going to be Ready or Not and Killer Frequency. Sunday, Reacts. Monday, Minecraft. Tuesday, off. And next Wednesday, more Scary Games. And that is the schedule for the fucking week. Lock in here, chat. First video of the day. React to the new Tyler video. Here's my problem. Can I go on a ramble real quick here? I literally said lock in, and now I'm not locked in. I love Tyler Oliveira's new videos. Here's the issue. They're very... I know it says I've watched them, but that's because I clicked on them to skim them. They're getting longer, which isn't a problem. But he does a very similar thing like 5 times. And I understand he's trying to show, like, the different cities. But I'm not going to watch 4 45-minute videos about different cities with the same drug problem. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's the same thing. It's just happening in a different... Like, there's a fentanyl problem in Kensington. He does that same video in Skid Row, right? Or somewhere else. And so I've watched a good majority of his new videos, but, like, he already has done... Like, this one right here we haven't seen. I investigated the city that pays you to do drugs. That is very similar to the one that he did in Oregon, which is, I investigated the country where every drug is legal. Wait, no, that's not, no, that's Canada. Where is it? There's some other one that he did. I don't know. All his thumbnails look very similar, so I'm trying to fucking find it. Anyways, you know what I mean, right? So, I mean, like, I'll watch a lot of his future videos, but... Like, some of them I might watch the U.S.-Mexico border one, but the investigation with the city that pays you to do drugs is very similar to, like, 5 other videos that he's made, so I'm just not going to watch those. Nothing against him. I think it's really good that he's doing the documentaries, but I'm not going to be able to add any... I don't like just watching videos and sitting there, and my job as a reactor is to transform the content that I'm watching, and if I just sit here like a fucking Muppet and don't talk and just watch a 30-minute video, I'm ripping content, and I don't like doing that, you know? So that's why, like, a lot of people bitch when I do a 10-minute react and it ends up becoming 2 hours. That's why I don't get usually shit on about reactions, because I actually add to the video that I'm watching. TJ for the sub, CMH for the sub, Gators and Trent for the sub. Hold up. Gators for the sub. I live in Philly right now, and it's so much worse than you can imagine. I've been to Kensington. I know it's very bad. I haven't been there recently, but it's been a problem for years. Take fat on stream, you loser. I'm timing you out. Actually, you spammed so much. Weed will kill you, don't do that shit. And then he tells me to take fentanyl. Oh my god. Okay. Maddie for the sub. Alright, let's lock in here, chat. First video of the fucking day. We get some kids riled up for pizza and then leave. This is like 8 years old.
Hey guys! What's up? Hi!
Who wants some pizza?
Who loves pizza?
What kind of toppings you like on your pizza?
I can't hear you!
Oh, this is like fucked up.
Pizza! 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 Louder! Pizza! Pizza!
Yo, how long you think they would do this shit? I think they're realizing. They're not realizing. Do you think you could do that with like an average like first grade classroom? Yeah. But I feel like that would make some kids cry. If you promised like a pizza day to like a first grade class and then just left. Dude, what would really be fucked is like the whole week, like Monday through Thursday, just being like, we're going to have a pizza day Friday, right? Like getting people really hyped up about it. And then when Friday comes around, just get like, you know that like one pizza your aunt might get and it's just like covered in vegetables. Like a white pizza with broccoli. Get like that. Like actually get them the pizza, right? So it's like they see the box and they're freaking out and you'll be like, who wants pepperoni? And they'll be like, me. And you're like, I don't have that. Sorry. And then you like rip open the boxes. It's just like 6 anchovy pizzas. A single slice. Yo, one slice of pizza. Oh my god. One slice of pizza and you make them fight over it. They have to do like a math quiz, and whoever gets the best score gets the slice. I feel like whoever got the slice would be like fucking an outcast to the rest of the group. Winning would be like a blessing and also a curse. Maddie for the sub, Dark for the 3. Did you hear about the Aaron Bushnell situation? I don't know who that is, if I'm being genuinely honest. Dakota for the 3. My monkey is addicted to fentanyl, and it got so bad that I put him in the corner. I'm trying to get him to switch to weed. Oh, we already finished that video. Next.
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You know.
Next. He lit himself on fire? Who the hell is Aaron Bushnell? A senior U.S. airman who set himself on fire. Bushnell, 25. Walked up towards the gates of the Israeli embassy on Sunday. Where, in the U.S.? He and a friend talked by phone about their shared identities as anarchists and what kinds of risks and sacrifices were needed to be effective. So he lit himself on fire in front of the Israeli embassy. What, standing for Palestine, I'm assuming? The Bushnell's death is under investigation by military officials, common practice after the death of a service member. Cyber Defensive Operations Specialist. He was outraged and knew that no one who was in charge is listening to the protesters out there every week. Wow. There's a lot of monks that did that. I'm pretty sure during the Vietnam War as well. I'm Googling that. Yeah, in Saigon, in protests of Diem's policies in 1963. Yeah, no, there's a lot of monks that have lit themselves on fire, too. Wow, that is nuts. You know how painful of a death that is, too? To fucking light yourself on fire? I mean, rip in the chat. That is honestly fucking insane. I didn't know who this was. Was he like a famous military guy prior, or was this just like a news coverage thing? The vid is gross. You guys watched the video. He videoed himself doing it. I'm not even gonna fucking look that up. I've seen too many people die on fucking Twitter. God, he videoed it. Jeez. Okay. Eric Close for the sub. Axis. It was live streamed on what? I'm driving to Houston right now. Listening to you help me stay awake. I got 7 hours left. You have a 7-hour drive to cut it for the three. I already read that. On Facebook? Yeah, that's not a shocker. Definitely not on Twitch, chat. Twitch, you would get insta-banned. If I lit myself on fire on Twitch, I would be banned in 10 seconds. Like, it wouldn't even be a fucking minute. Right? Facebook Live is where motherfuckers commit crimes on dude, there's people that are like every day run from the police on Facebook Live. And they'll just be in a fucking high pursuit speed chase like while they're answering their fucking uncle's chats. J Fred for the 3. I was at it and it was nice. At what? If you're saying you were at him setting himself on fire and it was nice, I'm probably gonna ban you. If that's what you're saying, I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know, unless you could somehow spin that around. If you're saying you were at somebody setting themselves on fire and it was nice, you're gonna get banned, right? Just letting you know. So you know, J Fred, you gonna answer or? No, my thing glitch out, please. Dog, come on. Don't blame it on a glitch. Just say, what were you saying? Went to what? What did you go to? I went to it and it was nice. And then you sent a bit dono and said I was at it and it was nice. At what? Don't say my thing glitch out. Right? What the fuck does that mean? I'd rather you own up to it, right? Than sit here and say it glitched out, right? Either way, you're gonna get banned, right? But I think the respect that I would have of you saying, yeah, I said that, my bad, rather than you saying it was a glitch. What do you mean it was a glitch? Are we going to watch the video? Am I going to watch somebody burn themselves to death? No. Kendrick for the sub. Even if that wasn't TOS, I would not put that on. That's fucking nuts. J Fred, you there, man? We're waiting. And he's not responding anymore. And he's not responding anymore. Why is that always the fucking thing? Rusted and Kendrick for the sub. All right, let's lock into the yeah, I said that my computer is old and turns off. That doesn't make any sense as to what the fuck that means. Okay. Let's get into the next video here. 17s decide who wins a car 1,000 to 1.
For you, it's not $1,000 towards.
What does it mean 1,000 to 1? Like $1,000 to one person? Oh, they're coming in thinking that it's $1,000, but they're actually going to win a car. That is way better.
I actually have a surprise for you.
It's a fucking smart car. We actually have a car for you guys. You're not going to see it until the end. It's an old fucking Honda Accord with 200,000 miles on it. It's a Kia Soul with one tire. That was a good video. All right, next. How we ruined dogs. A big tug video. Lock in here, chat.
They are the dogs. They are the friggin' best, dude. They're always there for us. They love us unconditionally, and their babies are cuter than our babies, which, from a survival instinct standpoint, doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. But I don't know, dude. I'd much rather hang out with this.
Oh, my God, yo. Oh. Dogs, I love dogs. I love dogs. But yeah, no, I know this is going to get into how we ruin dogs. There's a lot of breeds. Like when I see somebody with a pug, my gut response is like, why did you want that animal? Or a fucking thick, like goldfish bull eye chihuahua. Ugh. Like some dogs are just ugly. And I'm not saying you have to have a cute dog for it to be a nice dog. But like some breeds, like there's breeds of dogs that some people would say are ugly that are like great dogs, like bloodhounds. Like I think bloodhounds are cute because they got fat ears, but they're like ugly ass dogs, right? They got like the droopy face, but they're nice dogs. Whereas like, why would you want to own a pug? Like pugs they have legitimate health problems because people have bred them to the point that they're fucked up. And then on top of that, they're annoying. The real and shittles for the sub.
Yes, than that.
My chihuahua's nice. You might have the one nice chihuahua ever.
Evolution be damned. But that's just the thing. We have bred these things to defy the natural order of the world. They used to be a utility, like hunting, farming, protection.
I mean, a lot of dogs are still utility-based dogs. Like, if you have, like, a border collie, like, most big dogs are like, utilized. Able to be utilized. I'm not using the right word here. Chat, what dog breed, if you own a dog, do you own? Like, Goldens used to be, like, hunting dogs. Border Collies are, like, herding dogs. So were Rottweilers at one point. A Boxer. See, like, Boxers have health problems. German Shepherds are useful. Like, there's a lot of dogs that are still useful animals, but I think people get into the fashion of owning animals that are so poorly developed. Like, there's one animal that I would love. There's one dog breed that I would love to own that is useless when it comes to survival, right? Like, most dogs that I want to own are, like, Border Collies and fucking, like, Golden Retrievers or Labs and just base animals. I would love to own a Golden Wiener. I would love to own, don't call it a Dachshund Golden Retriever mix. It's a Golden Wiener. I would love to own a Golden Wiener. There's this one Golden Wiener I see on TikTok all the time, and it makes me, it's the only dog that I really would love to own, and I know it's useless. I know it's a useless animal. Does anybody know the TikTok account? He eats frozen peas. It's the cutest thing in the world. I love that dog. What is the name of it? Somebody knows. Somebody knows. Golden Wiener TikTok. It's like the name of the animal. A golden dachshund. It's Noodle. Noodle. Golden Wiener TikTok. Oh my god. Where is it?
Since you got your degree, and you know everything.
I need to go on their account.
Oh my good.
Jesus Christ. It's muted, but look at this fucking dog, dude. Oh. Look how fancy. It just looks like a mini, but look at their paws are all fucked up. It stands all weird. Oh, it's a cute-ass dog, though. They're so stupid. Small dogs are usually really dumb.
And yes, we've made a couple breeds hyper good at those specific jobs, but it's a known fact that when you start playing God, it's pretty hard to shut that valve off. I mean, look at this thing. Look at these weird, shitty abominations. This thing specifically has made God cry. In this video, I'm going to...
See, like, who would want to own that?
In this video, I'm going to explain how we as humans, as a society, have ruined dogs, and how those dogs have ruined us. And yes, disclaimer, I am an outspoken cat owner, but there's no real bias here. When I was younger, I had a lot of dogs. Cats are a pretty recent development in my life, so when I'm talking shit about dogs, I'm not just doing it to talk shit. I want the best for these little guys, and I don't know what this is, but it's not the best.
What dog breed is that?
So I just wanted to start this video off strong by taking some of the world's most favorite breeds.
Oh, see, okay, look. No, actually, no, these are usually fine. I don't know what these are called. I think that's a Pomeranian. Just, let's fucking make them extinct. Get rid of them. We don't need them anymore. Is that a Chow Chow? I don't know what dog that is. It looks like a fucking skinwalker, though. I'm fine with these two. Yeah, Yorkies are fine. The rest of these also fine.
And talking
I
about
love Dalmatians. I feel like Dalmatians are underrated animals. If you want my honest take here, I feel like nobody owns Dalmatians anymore.
how we ruined them pretty horribly. I mean, the term purebred is super misleading. Although it sounds like the dog has perfect genetics and a flawless pedigree, it's pretty much the exact opposite. For instance, number 1, the Golden Retriever. An absolute classic of a family favorite. I challenge you to go to an affluent suburb and not find one of these things wearing a seasonal band.
See, that's not a Golden Retriever, though. I have a Golden Retriever. Daisy is a Golden Retriever. That dog's white. And I'm not trying to discriminate here, but that is not a golden dog. That is more of a lab than a golden. It's white.
They really are some of the best dogs in terms of looks and personality. It's a basic pick, but it's one of the best. You know, except for its horrendous health issues. Horrendous. Over the years, we've been breeding these things to look like...
Yeah, no, they died. They're, like, dying younger now. Like, some dogs get... A lot of Golden Retrievers just get cancer really early.
The perfect toilet paper commercial dog. But we did that through inbreeding, which is historically a notable blunder. So forcing these adorable creatures into banging their mom and sister has led to some horrible symptoms.
Okay, see, like, why you gotta make... Like, now that's upsetting me. Now you're telling me my dog's an incest dog. Like, what the fuck? Like, now I'm gonna look at Daisy and now I'm gonna forever just be like, like somewhere down the line, you guys,
including but not limited to hyperthyroidism, sudden hair loss, bouts of aggression, their hips pop out, their knees pop out.
Hip dysplasia, though, is common in many big animals. Or big dogs. Like Rottweilers, boxers, fucking labs. Like, most big dogs have hip dysplasia.
And last but not least, cancer. A lot of cancer. 60% of these dogs die from cancer. I mean, good God, stop making these things. And then we have pugs.
See, now that's making me so sad. God, why did you have to talk about Golden Retrievers? Yeah, get on pugs. Talk about how pugs get super cancer, please. Instead of talking about, like, Golden Retriever, talk about these fuckers. And how it looks like somebody smacked them in the head with a fucking Looney Tunes mallet. Deadass. Pugs look like they got hit in the face with a fucking bonk. Like a big or red mallet that just says bonk. And it fucking hit him in the face. It looks like you just pull their face out of their fucking head.
I don't even know what we were going for here. This is like a prank that went way too far. I mean, before we haphazardly bred these things to look like steaming piles of malformities, they were kind of normal looking. Taller, with longer legs, longer noses, and like slim builds. But now it just looks like we forced them into pressurized cans of tennis balls in their formative years. And due to the weird human need to make these things look like squishmallows, their health is in the toilet. First of all, they can't breathe. And if
Yo, they always snore, though. My friend has not even pugs. It's just any dog with a sound like bulldogs. Dude, it's just like literally like an old man. They can't fucking breathe.
If you look at this dog for more than 2 seconds, you'll understand why. It looks like they strictly chase parked cars. And they're also prone to all sorts of types of infections.
And that weird turd on their fucking tail.
And they also have a much higher risk of cancer and heart disease. A dog shouldn't have heart disease. That's an old man thing who's been eating hot dogs his whole life. This should not have heart disease. Oh, also, their eyes fall out. Just pop out of their heads every once in a while.
Blurred out due to overwhelming sadness. Pugs' eyes can just fall out of their fucking head. I'm assuming if they're, like, stressed, their eyes just pop out. I gotta Google that. I don't want to look at a picture, but I want to look up, do pugs' eyes fall out? Wow, it's the first thing. Oh, it showed it! Oh, that's so sad. Yes, it's called eye proptosis, and it's more likely to occur in brachiocephalic breeds, very short snout dogs. Their eye sockets are shallow, and they have trauma or pressure can dislodge both of their eyes.
Pugs are like IKEA furniture.
Don't show it. I'm not coming.
You had a bunch of leftover pieces after you built it, and you just kind of ignored it, and then 4 years later, you put a coffee mug on a table, and it implodes. That's what a pug is. And then we have cockapoos, a mix of cocker spaniels and poodles. Now,
dude, every cockapoo I've ever met humped the shit out of me. Every cockapoo I have ever met. Now, I've only also met male cockapoos, but they just hump me, dude. Every time I see one, I'm just petting it. Like, I know I have a few family members that have cockapoos, and I'll just be like, oh, this is a nice dog. I turn around, it's just fucking my knee. It's just absolutely just going to town. And I start running away, and it, like, follows me.
Mix of Cocker Spaniels and Poodles. Now, growing up, my family was a cockapoo family. I had several of these growing up. Don't know why. My mom just really fucked with them. I didn't have any say in the matter, but they were good dogs. They're super trendy, too. I can't go 5 blocks in my New York City neighborhood without seeing 6 of these things. Or a golden doodle. But I don't like golden doodles. Their heads are too big. They're like
Yeah, golden doodles, I don't know how I feel about golden doodles. Like, I don't think I would ever want to own one, but every golden doodle I've met is pretty chill.
horses. Anyway, but I mean, aren't cockapoos the cutest little things, honestly? They're super smart, they're hypoallergenic, and they also are genetically predisposed to have this thing called rage syndrome. They have a thing called rage syndrome. They are genetically predispositioned to have hate in their hearts. Rage syndrome means they will explode in sudden acts of aggression out of literally nowhere. It's usually when—
Yeah, but that'd be better to have in a small dog. You know, like if a cockapoo starts attacking you and trying to kill you, you could just kick the shit out of it. Like, that'd be worse in a Rottweiler or some animal that could, like, really cause damage.
they're like slightly falling asleep or dozing off, and you rock up trying to get a cute little cuddle, and all of a sudden you're missing your eye and half your upper lip. My dog Chip definitely has that, and my mom just refuses to acknowledge it, and she blames me like I did something wrong when my dog snaps at me. Very victim blaming, Jill. And on top of that, they're also prone to joint trouble, ear infections, hereditary eye problems, skin conditions, and metabolism-related— fuck, I got so close to getting that out. And metabolism-related disorders, which is, you know, run-of-the-mill for common purebred breeds. But the rage syndrome is crazy. Am I not insane for thinking that? And finally, we have collies, one of the most American dog breeds. It's Lassie. Everyone loves Lassie.
Really? Do any of you own this dog? I've never seen this. That's not a border collie. What is this? It's just collie. What is a collie?
Actually, this dog is not American. It comes from, I think, Northern Ireland. I just really thought this dog was American.
I don't think are there any American dogs? I feel like every dog comes from Europe just because there aren't really many new breeds. American dog breeds. Dogs that originated in the U.S. Oh, fuck. A Cocker Spaniel. Wow. Rat Terrier, Redbone Coonhound, American Bulldog, Toy Fox Terrier, American Hairless Terrier. Okay, a lot of terriers. Like, almost every terrier. Plot, Black and Tan, Australian Shepherd.
I always thought these dogs rode the line of the uncanny valley.
That is an ugly dog. It looks weird. I don't like it. I feel like its snout's too big, but I don't know. I feel like the angle of the snout's just weird. It just looks off. Like their snout should be bent like 10 degrees up, and then it would look normal.
They're big and fluffy and adorable, but then their
You look weird, buddy, I know.
face is shaped like a birthday cone, and that cannot
See, I'm not the only one. See? Oh, but I'm the dickhead.
be a good
When I point out that it looks funky.
thing for nature. And my hunch was correct, because they didn't used to look like that, and now they're genetically predisposed to have epilepsy, hip dysplasia, heart disease, and bone disorders? Their bones get fucked up? Jesus Christ. So in spirit, we killed Lassie. We as a nation have killed Lassie. Just get a mutt. What are we doing? Stop breeding these things. Get a mutt. So now that we know that getting a purebred dog can be a kind of a dick move, let's talk about how much of a bad investment it is. It's time to play America's favorite game show, Guess That Obscene Price. I cannot believe how many concepts
Dude, dogs are expensive, too. It does actually make more sense to just get a mutt or adopt a dog.
this segment fits into. Today I've calculated the price of the dog as well as the costs that come with owning such a malformed creature over the course of its depressingly short lifespan. Number 1, we have the French Bulldog, popular amongst retired old ladies and clout-chasing influencers who thought these dogs just knew how to skateboard. These guys are admittedly kind of cute, but they are genetically
Oh my god. No, they are cute, though. I don't know why I like these. Because they have a scrunched up face, but when they have their ears down, I like the ones with their ears down.
predisposition for diseases such as heat stroke, hip dysplasia, and ulcers. Okay, how much do we think these little medical marvels cost? For a purebred, you're paying $4,000 up front just to own one.
Whoa! See, that's fun. That's a lot of money. Like, how much should a dog? I feel like a dog should cost like $1,000. I feel like that's even expensive for some dog breeds, but I feel like $1,000 for a dog, it's like a living thing. $4 grand, and that thing might just die when it's like 3.
Of these things. But wait, there's more. With high insurance costs, because these things are practically lemons, and constant vet bills because of all their issues, you're going to be paying on average $2,000 a year, which over a 10-year lifespan, you're looking at $24,000 just to own this dog. And the only number I'm upset about is that 10-year lifespan. Oh my god. Number 2, how about the Afghan Hound? The only dog that's genetically designed to look like it needs to ask for the manager. Despite its upsetting appearance, these dogs are expensive. It costs you $2,000 just to get a puppy. But if we've learned anything, it's that the more expensive a puppy is, the closer it is to death. This video is making me so sad.
Wait, what?
Predisposed to cataracts and hyperthyroidism.
Oh my god, that actually is kind of facts, though. If you have a cheap dog, it's probably going to live long. Unless something's wrong with it. But I feel like mutts... Like, what is the average lifespan of a mutt? 10 to 13 years. But mutts aren't necessarily, like, a lot... Like, I have a few friends that have mutts that just look like... Most mutts just look like labs that I've met. Like, this is a mutt. Not all mutts look like this. For people that don't know, a mutt is just a bunch of breeds. This is, like, most of the images when you search mutt. Like, this looks like it's probably just some sort of lab mixed with maybe a boxer. Like, their legs are really long or something like that. How old's Daisy? 6. The average lifespan of a golden retriever is, hold on. 10 to 12 years. Oh my god. See, now that's going to make me sad. Chad, I'm telling you right now, when Daisy dies, I am going to be in shambles. Like, in shambles.
And hyperthyroidism is such a bummer. And with all that entailed, they're going to be spending up to $3,000 a year. It's more fucked up than the bulldog. And with an average 12-year lifespan, you're going to be spending $39,000 just to own this dog. Why would you do that? And that's before any of the grooming fees you have to spend to keep this thing looking like a nightmare version of Julia Roberts. How about a Samoyed? Known for being the cutest goddamn things on earth. I love this dog so much. A high-quality Samoyed puppy can cost up to $6,000. Which, if you don't know...
I mean, that makes sense. I don't want to say it makes sense, because that's still really expensive, but, like, I don't see this dog often, and I'm assuming not many people breed it.
...is a lot of goddamn money. But despite the fact that they're always smiling and look like they're little cloud angels, their bodies are rapidly falling apart. They're prone to corneal dystrophy, autoimmune conditions, and cardiac disorders that can amount to $5,000 yearly. Oh my god. So with the average lifespan of 12 years, you're going to be paying $66,000. You're paying the amount of money you would get for a brand new BMW i4. And instead you're spending that money to keep this thing alive when it clearly just wants to die. But you could probably make that money back just by making an Instagram for one of these things, because everyone likes...
Yeah, every fucking TikTok account. I thought about that, chat. I thought about it. You want me to be real, I said, damn, I could make a TikTok account with Daisy and just post minute-long videos. Probably make a fucking rack.
At them. I love looking at them. They make me so happy and they're so cute and loving, but Jesus Christ, they're built...
Like, you think a lot of... Yeah, the people that own, like, that noodle dog, that golden wiener that I showed you guys, I bet the owner loves them, but at the same day, that owner is making a fucking bag. Dude, their job is probably to just fucking take videos of that fucking dog.
To not last. And finally, we have the Tibetan Mastiff, the cutest thing on earth that will tear out your throat with zero hesitation. These guys are actually an ancient dog breed that were bred to protect monks.
I've seen a Tibetan Mastiff. I've seen a Tibetan Mastiff in real life. They are fucking terrifying. Wait, now, I don't know if it was a Tibetan Mastiff, but it was a big Mastiff.
Temples, which is cool as shit.
It was like fucking 200 pounds. And it was angry. I didn't even get in the same room as it. Because there was a fence in front of us, and it was going... You know when dogs show their teeth? Because they're mad? It was like... It, like, had emotional issues, and it would take, like, dog Xanax or some shit like that to, like, calm it down. It would fucking claw. It would jump up on the fence and go... and fucking show all of its teeth at me. And I was like, damn, dude, if I walked into that fucking room with it, it would actually tear me to shreds.
So I want you guys to do the math on this one. Using everything we've learned so far, every dog has gotten a little bit more expensive. There's a theme, there's a pattern. How much do you think this dog costs? $1.9 million.
Yeah, no, that. I did not see a Tibetan Mastiff. I saw a Mastiff.
Well, kinda, actually. There was one dog that sold for $1.9 million because they said it had tiger blood in it. That was kind of a joke. That was a fun one. I just wanted to lighten the mood while I talk about the saddest fucking thing I've ever talked about in a video ever. So now that I have talked about how much we have fucked up dogs as a species, I want to talk about how much dogs have fucked us up. I don't know what's happened in the last 30 years, but we have become way too into pampering our dogs. Why am I still holding the mic like this? We've gotten way too into pampering our dog. I'm all for buying the fancy dog food so it lives longer and putting it in a cute doggy hotel instead
Oh my god, but I feel so nice when I go to a pet store and I buy my dog the fancy treats. When it's my dog's birthday or like Christmas or something, I'll go to like a PetSmart and I'll buy like the fancy fucking treats, like the ones that are like fucking $40 for a fucking bag. And it's like beef liver that's like freeze dried or some shit.
Of a kennel when you go on a work trip. But besides that, that's the limit. Things get too weird after that. So I have found...
You feel like a rich white woman when I do that for my cats? Dude, oh no, you feel great. You feel like you're the best person in the world too. You buy some nice treat and your dog, you get home and your dog starts freaking out.
The most ridiculous dog-themed establishments that I want to make fun of because they are ridiculous. Number one, dog restaurants. Could you be more white, please? I'm not talking about dog-friendly restaurants. I'm talking about restaurants for dogs. Can I think of a...
No, but that ass, I'd take my dog to a dog. I didn't even know that was a thing. I would take Daisy to a dog restaurant. Oh, that would be fucking amazing. I wouldn't even need to eat. If they put my dog in a chair and they started bringing out meals and gave her like a bib, I would be smiling the entire time. I would be like, oh, this is amazing. This is enjoyable.
Bigger waste of time. You don't have to lie and say your Pomeranian's an emotional support animal like you do at Applebee's. No, this place is expecting 6 feet through the door. Literally have a whole dog menu. A whole menu for dogs and little dog tables for the dogs. Each meal is about $20 for a dog, and they have dishes such as peanut butter pancakes and yak and chicken cheese waffles. What the fuck? Just the most insane white people should have ever seen. I don't want to trash on my own people, but get it together, guys. What are we doing? These things used to hunt caribou in packs, and now they're going to brunch. Although the name of the restaurant is called Chateau Le Wouf. Which that is
Chateau Le Wouf. Yo, that would be on my schedule. Oh, chat, sorry, I can't stream today. I'm going to Chateau Le Wouf with Daisy.
Cute. Number two, we have all-day dog spas. Not dog groomers, spas. It's a spa for a dog. A full retreat for your dog. I wasn't aware that playing fetch and barking at nothing all day was so fucking stressful. But seeing as we have bred some of these things into anxious balls of existential dread, I can understand why they might need a day off. The dog experience comes with a spa where they get massaged, aka pet by a stranger for money. You can just ask anyone to do that. Everyone loves petting dogs. Why are you spending money on that? A pool for lounging around, a luxurious exercise walk on insanely fancy grounds, a shampoo bubble bath. Dogs don't like baths. That's not relaxing for a dog. Why are we lying to ourselves? And then they finish the day with some tea and biscuits, some organic dog biscuits, and some stuff called Earl Greyhound tea. Which, once again, that's cute as shit, but it's still ridiculous. There's also dog...
I don't know. I feel like this is like one of the only things that I'm gonna be like, I don't want to say it's worth it, because it's not. It is a scam. But I would still do it. Like, if they were like $100 and your dog's gonna have like a spa day, I'd be like, yeah, I'll bring my dog there.
Amusement parks, like a dog knows what the fuck is going on. Bring your dog to the park. It has no fucking clue how much money you're spending on this and how much more fun it is.
Yeah, no, realistically, just bring your dog to a park or like the woods, and your dog will just go wild, fucking sniffing shit for like 5 hours.
Throw it a stick. That's all it needs. I also found a dog water park called Dog Splash Bark, which once again, adorable. No fucking way that's profitable. How many people are showing up for that? And finally, we have dog chiropractors. This is not really a location. It's just something I'm really passionate about. Don't bring your fucking dog to a chiropractor. Don't do that. Have you seen these videos where people...
Yeah, no, those are scary. I feel like you can't be a professional dog chiropractor. You could be able to train on humans, but how do you know how to crack the bones of animals?
Or bringing their dogs to a douchebag with a fake degree to twist their spine until it snaps. Look how scared this dog is, and it does nothing for the dog. In fact, it can actually really hurt the dog. It can really fuck up the dog if they do it wrong. Stop bringing your dogs to Stop going to chiropractors. I actually have a lot to say about chiropractors and their pseudoscience bullshit. I mean, for one, it's not...
Have you guys ever been to a chiropractor? I went when I had back problems in high school, and they made me feel better for like 5 minutes. They would put these electrical things on my back and then crack the shit out of it. And it would make me feel better for like a brief moment. What I learned is that if your lower back hurts, instead of going to a chiropractor, just do a decompression exercise. Like, I don't want to say hang upside down on a fucking pole or something, but like if you have like an inverted bench at your gym, put it all the way up, lay down, and then relax your back, and it works better than going to a chiropractor.
I mean, the guy who invented it thought if you swallowed some fucking magnets, it would cure cancer. He's a fucking lunatic. It's pseudoscience. What was I talking about? Dogs? Right, dogs. The conclusion of this video is you just need to buy a mutt. If you're gonna get a dog, go to a shelter and buy a mutt. They just have so much love to give. They are miles above every other dog in terms of...
You think it would be a health problem if you swallowed a magnet and then put another magnet on the outside of your body? I know if you swallow 2 magnets, that's bad because then they'll try and get close to each other in your organs and then they won't be able to get out. But if you had another magnet, would I be able to like say, okay, chat, say you had an x-ray of my stomach and I had a magnet like that was kind of stuck. Couldn't I just go like this? And then I would feel the urge to shit because I would move it down my intestines.
health because they're not fucking inbred to shit, and there's a million of them waiting to be adopted at shelters. I'm gonna put some links down below to help you guys find a shelter, but if you just Google dog shelters near me, you're gonna find them. You don't really need me. And if you're on the fence about shopping and not adopting and you really want a palm ski or whatever the fuck, I just implore you to go and visit the shelter and tell me you don't walk out of there with the most amazing, loving creature you've ever seen in your life and not something that is just melting, that is just falling apart because you just wanted to have that perfect look. New videos every Saturday. Sorry about...
I feel like I would adopt a dog. My only fear is that, like, you don't know them as a personality, but at the same time, the people that are at the adoption center are going to be able to give you info about the dog, right? And, like, what it knows and what it doesn't know. Eduardo for the 3. I called a chiropractor on my horses once, and one of my horses stayed paralyzed, and I had to take him to the fucking vet, which was expensive as hell. That is insane. A chiropractor did something to your horse, and they were, like, confident that they could fucking crack your horse's bones or something. How old was Daisy when you got her? I got Daisy as a puppy. My other golden, that's now dead, Rip, I had her, I got her when she was 5. We adopted her. But Daisy I've had since she was a puppy. Alright, next video. I gotta go pee real quick. Count me down 30 seconds. Oh, all right, we're back. All right. All right, next video. Living in a tiny New York City apartment for $650 a month. Did you watch the Bob Marley movie? Not yet. I really want to go see it, though. I might this weekend. I don't know when I would, though. All right, lock in.
Is the cheapest apartment in all of Manhattan.
I would never want to own a pet if I had to live in an apartment the size of a fucking bathroom.
Manhattan.
Welcome to my walk-in closet. Hey, Ollie, what's up?
What's up? What's up? This is your neighbor's dog?
Yeah, it's my neighbor's dog. Okay, I don't know why you're out in the hallway, but...
Come on,
Okay,
Ollie.
let's go to the bathroom. Pretty spacious.
This is shared?
Private.
Oh.
So private. It's my own, so I have this one. My neighbor has this one.
Okay, so you got a shower. I mean, it's small.
It's nice.
But the fact that it's just yours, because we filmed ones before where it's a shared bathroom.
Dude, if I had to share a bathroom like I was in a fucking college dorm and I'm paying to rent that place, that is a pass immediately. I know some people can't get out of that, especially if you're in New York City where it's like fucking mad expensive to live. But I would opt to live anywhere else if I had to share a bathroom with randos and also pay $650 a month.
That's sweet that this is just your space.
Exactly. So right through here,
So you've got 3 neighbors.
I have, 3 neighbors right here. And then, welcome.
Oh, where are you going to put your freaking PC setup? Where are you going to put your gaming setup?
To the walk.
What am I supposed to play Animal Crossing on my Nintendo Switch? Where am I going to put my dual monitor PC?
Closet.
Everyone's seen the video before, and to see it, it's smaller in real life than on the video.
So I have the couch all the way to the wall. You can maximize as much living room
That
space.
is not a couch. That is like a futon, dude. You could have 2 people sitting 90-degree upright on that fucking thing.
as possible.
I like how you have the New York red brick.
Yes.
I made a video once and someone's like, dude, that's just red brick. I'm like, no, man, that's
No.
New York red brick.
It's special.
You gotta romanticize it a little bit.
You do.
I do like also you have this side table here with 2 outlets built in and a USB.
So when I work from home, it's just nice to be able to convenience, right?
And then the living room couch actually turns into a bed, so you technically could have friends from out of town.
Friends from out of town coming in. Oh, don't worry, you can stay in my place. Don't get a hotel. Hold up, let me unfold the futon real quick. My feet are my knees and below are gonna be hanging off this fucking thing.
You technically could have friends from out of town visit you if you wanted to, and you still have enough room to even open the refrigerator with the bed down. The space is truly utilized.
So your kitchen, do you cook here?
Not a lot, but anytime I do, I have to store all plates and everything underneath here.
Yo, okay, can I say this? I would love to own a tiny home or stay in a tiny home, right? Like, I could see myself renting an Airbnb that's like this, but I don't think I would ever want to live here. Like, imagine trying to cook, like, breakfast, lunch, and dinner in this fucking small-ass apartment.
Can we see your refrigerator?
Because, like,
Yeah.
tiny homes are cozy, right? But I don't think they're, like, I'm going to stay here all year round.
Messy. She's
that messy.
little.
You've got the essentials.
That neighbor over there actually fixed the stove multiple times because the burner wasn't working or it wasn't connected or something. But it's very new.
Actually, I could see myself living in a tiny home. But you would have property, right? Like, in this, you leave your... You exit your door and you're right next to other fucking neighbors.
we had to kind of fix a few things first.
I feel like in a place like this, normally it'd be a hot plate. Like, you'd have to
Yes.
buy a hot plate and put
Yes.
that there. So I guess we'll do like a clockwise
Yeah.
look. So then behind us,
Behind us, we have the storage where I keep all my podcast gear, and I tried to really just hone down on what do I need, what do I not
Podcast gear.
need.
this came with the apartment, you said?
The TV came with the apartment. I can't bring a huge suitcase.
Oh,
back.
Roku Smart TV? Oh, I'm fucking sold, chat. This makes it worth it. You're telling me the Roku Smart LED TV comes with the fucking apartment? I don't have to pay for it? I gotta keep the Roku?
Back here.
Oh, you couldn't even fit a checked bag in here. Let's get the tape measure.
Let's do it.
So across we have 82 inches.
110.
How fucking 82 inches is what? 6 feet is 6 feet is 72. So that's not even 7 feet wide. 10 tacos for the raid, bro. Thank you for the raid. Brooklyn for the sub.
10.
That's literally a parking spot.
I was curious the ceiling height because in the video I saw, I was like, oh wow, this is pretty low, but it's not that low.
6'8" ceiling height down here.
That's not bad. I thought it was gonna be like
6'4"-ish.
So I do have a question. Heat and cooling. Does this pump heat?
That is heat, actually, yes.
But it's good?
It's good. He chewed the swivel on it.
Wait, so you can't control it?
I don't know. I have to figure that out when it gets cold again.
That is a cute ass dog. Oh.
The thing is, you have a skylight.
Yes.
Let's look up here. The ceilings are, I'd say, like 9.
Oh, now we're talking. Ooh, a rustic view. A rustic view of New York City. Ooh, nice skylight. It smells like nickels.
And the air conditioner is actually in that window, right?
Yes.
That's so lovely. I can wake up during the day knowing that I'm sleeping within a vicinity of 1,000 other people. And I can not even see, I can stare at the light that's coming from the ceiling. Oh, is this in her apartment?
Okay, so this is my skylight.
Okay, that's fucking scary. Is that, is this in her? Where is this? Or is that somewhere else?
Okay, so this is my skylight, and this is my air conditioner unit.
So it's like a proper window air conditioner unit just hooked into your skylight.
That's the old one. This is the new one, because the old one kind of cut out during the summer heat. I didn't know it had air conditioning in the summer. Yeah, it got really hot. And I was like, yo, I think this is illegal. I called my landlord.
Good boy. All right, the bed. I have to check it out. I'm gonna take my shoes off. Don't mind the smell. Here we go.
Don't mind the smell.
Ladder 2. Oh my gosh.
Okay, now that gives me anxiety. I would not. And it's slanted. Oh, fuck out of here. You're telling me you can't even sit up. You gotta sleep. That's like when when you choose bunk bed and then you're actually asleep and you realize that you're fucking 2 feet from the ceiling.
This is a lot smaller than I thought it was. 1 foot 10 inches of head clearance up here.
Oh, that's terrifying. Dude, imagine you have a nightmare and you wake up, you just sit up and smack the fucking piss out of your head.
You don't get claustrophobic sleeping up here?
No.
Above us, that is your closet, right?
Yes, it's so hard to do with 2 people. See, this is why I can't have boys up here, because it's just too hard. It's so cozy, yeah.
And this is a twin bed.
Can't have boys up there for why? For why? Why would you need men up there?
Full, twin,
Because then you have the shelving area here, like computer, books, all that.
Sometimes I'll even work up here if I'm really tired. Should we talk about the water leaking? The ceiling literally was caving in up here.
What are you gonna put a bucket on your bed? The fucking ceiling is caving in. Yo, tell your landlord. What the fuck? Nah, that would actually skeeze me out. You're asleep and water's dripping on you. You're gonna wake up thinking you pissed yourself.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know, I guess just
That's
so much
bad. That is like ballooning.
rain. So I had to call the maintenance guy, and I actually used tape all night, and I taped this little hole right here. And I woke up.
Is that just water sitting in that fucking...
Because water was dripping on me.
You were saying you lived in a high-rise before, right?
Luxury high-rise, yeah.
And you downsized to this.
Yeah.
What was the main point behind that?
I just felt stuck at my apartment. I had a gym there, everything there, and it was so expensive to the point where I didn't have a lot of extra free money to just go and do whatever, and I wanted to invest more, and you feel obligated to be there all the time, and you feel obligated to show everyone what you have, which is awesome, but why the need?
$650 per month.
Yeah, I mean, you could just like sleep on the streets, you know? Keep your money in like a pillowcase, right? Invest in gold, and then like when it's too heavy to carry around, then you could actually like move into an apartment, right? Like why even need somewhere to sleep? You know?
Times 12.
It's just a waste of money. $650 times 12. Like, why spend $7,800? Why not just like sleep in a subway? You know?
$100 per year just for
I'm gonna do that. Yeah, no, it'll definitely work out, Juan. If you sleep on the AC, you could sleep on the heating units, right? Or like just go to like a Denny's because they're open 24 hours and just like ask to use the bathroom and then just fall asleep in the bathroom.
Place.
Yes.
You said you have a gym membership?
Yeah.
How much is your gym membership?
$340.
$340 a month for a fucking gym. What? Gym? are you going to? Okay, you're telling me you're going to like an Equinox, like some rich fucking gym, but you're spending $650 a month on your fucking apartment? What fucking gym are you going? What do they have? A fucking sauna? Are they gonna give free massages and shit there? What the fuck's happening at that gym? Gold-plated weights? What the fuck? An average gym, for those of you that don't know, is like 25 to 30 bucks.
$340 a month for the gym membership.
That's wild.
Average rent peaked at $5,000 a month, 60 grand per year, and you're paying just under 8.
Average rent in Manhattan is $5K. So does everybody that lives in Manhattan like make really good money? Average rent in Manhattan. Right now, it's $4,768. Dude, that's just rent. That's not even, like, a water bill or electricity. Oh, but depending on the neighborhood, it changes. If you're in Manhattan in Battery Park City, average rent is $6,300. But if you're in fucking Harlem, it's $3K. Average apartment size, 703 square feet. Jeez. Manhattan's the most expensive. If you're in Hoboken, it's also mad expensive. But, like, Newark is, like, $1,005. Queens is $2,000.
It's $52,000 to invest, travel, literally do so much to get me further in life.
Damn.
Most New York jobs are minimum wage. Well, I'm assuming the people that are working the New York minimum jobs are not living in Manhattan. They're probably living in another borough, or they're just not living in New York City.
So you have a lot of neighbors. Can we check out someone else's unit here?
Of course.
Yeah, stay.
Yo.
Oh, stay.
Oh my god, this guy's fucking spamming. Fight on Aiden's card in March. What the fuck does that mean? Kaime for the 3. Off topic, but they dropped a Courage the Cowardly Dog horror game trailer. Okay. We'll watch it after this video. We're probably gonna have to save... We'll save the amusement park video for another day. Because that one's long as fuck. But we'll watch the rest of these. Alright, hold up. Let's get back to this. Erlen for the 3. Got engaged a few months ago. Congrats. Moved to a new city 900 miles away at 18. Do you think 18 is too young? It feels like the right time, but it's a little nerve-wracking. I mean, if you think it's the right time to do something in your life, then it's the right time to do something in your life. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of people try to compare what they're doing to what the average person is doing, and I don't think that matters, you know? If you want to move out at a young age and you're financially able to do that and you think that's what you should do, then good, right? Conversely, if you say you want to live with your parents until you're 25 to save up money, then that's also good, right? It's really up to you. I can see why it's nerve-wracking, right? But, I mean, it's your life. You know, you don't have to live your life based on how other people live their life. Joe for the sub, Lou and JWB for the sub, Cries for the sub, Oh No for the sub. The only thing I would say is make sure you're saving money. If you're 18, I would say try to keep some sort of savings. But outside of that, I mean, if you think it's the right move, then it's the right move. Tetacos for the 3. I'm going to make better financials, like investing in myself at casinos at thousands at a time and making crazy sport parlays. Yeah, dude, just make like a plus 15,000 sports parlay, and if it hits, you'll retire, man. It's that simple. Foxy for the 3. You skipped my other dono? What other dono did you send? The streams are always wellspring of mirth and merriment, enchanting the hearts of all who behold them. What are you, a medieval fucking video game? Thank you for the dono.
Oh, he sees the cat. He sees the cat. Nice to meet you, Eric.
What's up, homie? Come on in.
Wow. This is beautiful. I'm gonna take my shoes off. It's very clean. Wow. Man, you have... This is so well done. What is the rent?
I feel like we've seen this guy's apartment. Am I crazy?
Here.
687.
I don't know if we watched another video of his, but I feel like I've seen this guy.
687 for this?
This is bigger than the other one, though. This one seems more worth it.
Here, wait, Blake, come in and check this out. Couch, street view.
Yeah, I feel like this is the same fucking video.
Space featuring JR's cat, and his space
no, it's not.
was so well organized, he even had room for his bike in his New York City apartment. Which
Oh, room for a bicycle? Oh, no fucking way. What the hell do you do if you don't have your fucking room for your bike? Do you just put it on a bike rack? Somebody's gonna steal that shit.
is pretty rare. You have the coat rack right by the front door, and the kitchen actually had an induction cooktop refrigerator with the microwave overhead. It faces south, so he had a pretty awesome plant collection. Then he had his workstation storage here, which actually folds down to a nice little table for writing.
It faces south, so he's able to grow plants. Wow. That's New York City for you.
Eating, grinding coffee, or some other things, and that's that.
Okay, so yeah, that's the place. This is my bathroom. It's across the hall, super short. I do share it with the girl right there, but it's
See, that's a pass. That's a pass. You reacted to this on TikTok. No, I didn't. I might have reacted to this on stream, this portion on stream before. I think this is probably another video he did of a longer tour with this guy. That's where it's a pass. If I wake up at 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. and I got to take a dump, and that bathroom is taken, I'm a shit right outside.
She's so nice.
Oh, like, what do you do? I feel like I'd shit in a trash bag. When I wake up, I don't know if this is relatable. When I get up in the morning, I have to poop so bad that if I don't immediately go to the bathroom within, like, 4 minutes, I will shit myself. Like, I never have, but it's gotten so bad to where, like, I'm literally, like, clenching and, like, breathing that I need to make it there.
Sit. Look up. There's a nice skylight.
It's not a nice sky. It's a skylight, but I feel like I would want to be able to see the sky.
When it rains, it's really nice too. It's got a tub. You want to step in a little more to see it all?
Ooh, take a little bath in the shared bathroom, eh? Get some foot fungus. Maybe take a little dip in the bath.
It's a little messy, but that's okay.
Would you still say it's worth it?
100%, because now you'll have these stories forever, and this is the gold part about moving to New York. I wouldn't have this in the luxury high-rise, and I think you appreciate moments like this.
New York City is a revolving door. It is not an easy place to live. That's why people come just as fast as they leave. Anything you want to do in this world, you can make happen in New York City with some hard work, determination, and a plan. And if this video
connections, everybody always leaves that out. Everybody always leaves that out and how to become successful in New York City. Connections. Connections. Why don't you just say, you got to say that as well. Hard work, determination, and knowing the right people, right? You could be a hard worker, and if you don't know anyone, you're just going to be staying in the same fucking job, you know? Like, I mean, you could apply somewhere else, but the more people you know with more pull and rain are going to be able to get you further in life. That's why people... That's one of the only benefits of college outside of the degree is that college provides you with base connections through internships and classes and all this other shit, right? That's why, like, if you're in college, do internships through your college because that's how you're going to build connections with people to get jobs outside of college. That's what puts you at a better advantage than somebody that is a high school graduate. Number one, you have the degree. They might have more experience, but you know people. Right? 10 tacos for the 3. I was doing level 9 difficulty, Helldiver's message. I genuinely got so upset I ended stream early. You spawn, die, and repeat. Were you playing it solo, though? Foxy for the 3. Currently making a low-calorie, air-fried, crispy chicken sandwich. Dub. Joe for the sub. Alright, that was a fucking W video, though. Alright, let's lock in for the fucking next one. Courage the Cowardly Dog gameplay, too. Apparently there's a Courage the Cowardly Dog horror game? I hope they really make it scary. This was made in dreams on PlayStation. Juan, can we reformat that sentence to where it makes sense? 10 tacos for the 3, 4 stack, all level 35s. Yeah, that's nuts. I feel this looks like just like a shitty Nickelodeon game. Where's the jump scares? This game was made in dreams. What the hell does that even mean? Where's the trailer? Alright, I hope this makes $0, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I feel like you could really make a scary-ass Courage the Cowardly Dog game. Joe, you're mad rude? How am I mad rude? I mean, it looks like good graphics and it has, like, game mechanics. I'm just saying, like, Courage... the one thing that I want out of a Courage the Cowardly Dog game is, like, genuine horror. You know what I mean? Because if you have a look at all this old shows that we watched as children, like Gen Z and maybe even millennials, most people are going to say Courage the Cowardly Dog is one of the scariest childhood shows they would watch. So I think if that's the fucking starting point, you really need to make it scary rather than make it more game mechanic-y. Squid for the sub. That would be my... I was a bit rude in the sense of like, oh, I was saying I hope this makes no money. I hope it does well. But I would want it to be... you know, scary rather than just walking up on a 5-year-old-esque cartoon dog and go, ah, and then run away. It was rude in how I approached that. My bad, Uncle Chari, if I was rude, if I upset you by that. And my apologies to Elgato del Tejado, I'm saying that wrong, for making fun of the game trailer. Squid for the sub. Bartman for the 3,000 biddies. Would you rather take a punch to the gut by Prime Mike Tyson or get trucked by Prime Ray Lewis, no pads? Probably punch to the gut by Mike Tyson, because if I get hit by Ray Lewis, no pads, he might actually give me a concussion, whereas I might just have to go to the hospital with, like, Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? Chat, was I rude? Now you're making me overthink this shit. Sorry, Uncle Chari. It's just not scary. That's my one complaint, is the one thing that I would want out of Courage the Cowardly Dog game. A bit? My apologies. Like, I appreciate game devs, but it's just like, if I'm making a Courage the Cowardly Dog game, the first thing that I'm thinking is, I need to make this fucking piss yourself scary. Like, I don't know. It just seems childish. Like, I'm gonna share how I feel about the game. It was a bit odd. You know, it was rude when I said I hope it makes no money. But, I mean, it's like, it's childish. It's a childish game. And I know it's a childish show. But it's scarier once you're immersed. It doesn't really look that scary, though. Pre-jump scare. Oh, you think there's a jump scare right here? I think if I was 10, this would make me shit myself. But I think now, I don't know. Squid for the sub. It looks a bit better, right? But that first guy that was chasing, where it was just like the dog that was standing, just did not look scary. All right. Lock back in here, chat. Lock back in here. My apologies if I was rude. I didn't mean to offend anybody. All right. Squid for the sub. Bartman for the 3K biddies. And lock in here, chat. We are witnessing the worst sports team of all time. What's the next philosophy stream? This Friday, we're doing half philosophy. I mean, today, when we're done reacts, we're going to hop into this. Will you press the button? We might need to actually fucking save one other video. We'll probably save this one for Friday because we're going to play Will You Press the Button for a bit. So we'll watch these two, and then we'll play this, which is not really philosophical, but it could be, depending on the questions. But reacts will this React Friday will be philosophical and regular reacts. Tomorrow I'm doing itch.io and Little Misfortune. Thursday is going to be Helldivers and Infinite Craft Racing with a bunch of streamers. Friday's going to be React / Philosophy React. Saturday is Ready or Not and Killer Frequency. Sunday I'm off. Monday I'm doing Minecraft. Tuesday I'm off. And then next Wednesday will be more horror. Lock in!
Bogdanovich. And that will do it. And a huge size.
They broke. This is an older video. I mean, this is from a month ago. I'm pretty sure they broke the loss streak, but they what was, as a Pistons fan, it's hard watching sad watching them lose. You said watching twice, but yeah, no, I was gonna say, I mean, the loss streak was broken, I'm pretty sure now, but the Pistons did have the worst losing streak ever. How many games did they lose in a row? 28? That is fucking insane. To lose 28 games in a row. I feel like I just not want to play anymore. Sick for the sub, Squid for the sub. I know it's not just about winning, but in the sense of you have played 28 games and you keep losing every fucking game. After 10, I'd be like, dude, what is wrong with this fucking team?
You see this? This is what a losing team looks like. But not just the losing team of this particular game, but a team that has lost more consecutive games than any team ever.
Bro's trying to fucking high-five the players. Yo, I would slap his hand so hard. Nah, that would actually press me. After a 26-game loss streak, this guy like, good job, guys. Good job, guys. Give me some hands. Give me some fives.
Any team ever has. In every single season in the history of pro sports in North America. The Pistons are really bad, but they're not just bad relative to this season. They're not even just bad for an NBA team. They are possibly the worst North American pro sports team ever.
Wow.
During 28 straight losses.
Are they that bad? I don't watch the NBA that much. Like, I know about some of the big games that are going on. I remember hearing about this, but are the Pistons that bad? What's their record right now? Like, at the time of this stream, they're 8 wins and 49 losses. I mean, the Washington Wizards are right behind them at 9 and 48. The best team right now is the Celtics, 45 and 12. 8 and 49 is awful. I mean, but if you compare that to, like, the NFL, what were the Panthers? Didn't they go, like, 2 and something? They did really bad, right? Jesus Christ, can this fucking load? In 2023, where is it? It's just showing total first downs. I don't give a fuck about that. Win-loss. What did they go? 2 and 15. See, my chat fucking knew it before Google did. 10 tacos for the 3. Which streamers are you playing Helldivers with? Sneeg, Zeusy, and maybe JoJo. I love the group for Lethal Company. Yeah, that was fun as fuck. Did you guys like watching Lethal Company last night? Those were some good streamers we streamed with. It was me, Sneeg, Pezzy, Puffer, Handsome, Grizzy, and then Droid. Silent for the fucking 5. Lethal was fire. Yeah, we got to run that back another day. Can you explain philosophy? It's basically the root of knowledge. Everything is usually the philosophy of right? That's usually why you get a degree in the philosophy of something. I'm just getting a philosophy and religion degree. But philosophy as a whole is usually just questioning things. It's basically all subjective, but it goes over a very broad amount of topics, including, like, religion is theology. That's why it's philosophy and religion, but philosophy does tackle religious topics like morality, who are you, why are you here, the meaning of life, fucking death, how society should be run, friendship. It goes over a bunch of shit. Silent for the 5. Always watch it. It just analyzes fucking society and life, right? Hey, Joe, always watch your... It's not sociology, though. That's the study of society. Watch your YouTube videos, almost every one of them. Big fan, and wanted to tell you to keep up the grind. Thank you.
As the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
Is Brooke a philosophy major? No. Can we stop asking random-ass questions? I kind of want to watch the video because I'm just going to keep getting off topic if you guys ask random questions. Pertaining to this. Any videos you want me to react to, any games you want me to play, / Discord, send them in the Discord, video suggestion tab, game suggestion tab. Philosophy Day is going to be this Friday, with half reacts. You can figure out what it is then. Outside of that, tomorrow's Scary Games. Thursday's the fucking collabs with Helldivers and fucking shit. Friday's React. Saturday's fucking Ready or Not and Killer Frequency. Outside of that, I want to watch the video. Lock in.
Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. With football season upon us and basketball in full swing, save yourself the time and hassle of looking for good tickets and killer deals with SeatGeek. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1.
I'm gonna skip this.
How bad does a team need to be in order to be the worst team? Like, ever. In North America, professional sports have been around for over a century, starting with the National League of Professional Baseball Clubs in 1876, followed by the American League of Professional Baseball in 1901, forming the...
I feel like there has to be a baseball team with a worse record than the Pistons. The 1899 Spiders set the... Dude, who gives a shit about a team from fucking 1899, bro? Oh my god. Like, that shouldn't even be factored into the record of the most losses. 1899, the people on that baseball team were working a fucking 9 to 5 at the fucking Ford factory. Were cars even a fucking thing in 18... When was the Ford car invented? 1896. So this was 3 years after the Ford fucking vehicle was invented. They set the major league record for the most consecutive losses in a season. Had 6 losing streaks of 10 games or more. Wow. But, like, they probably weren't pro. Silent for the 5. Already read that.
The MLB in 1903. 14 years later, the National Hockey League was established in 1917, and then came the NFL, formerly known as the American Professional Football Association, 3 years later in 1920. The fourth and final major sport didn't come about until 1946, when the Basketball Association of America was founded, known today as the NBA. And over the last 148 years, these 4 leagues have expanded and grown to now include 124 teams across 2 countries. 124 teams. Nearly 150 years of history, thousands of individual team seasons. And yet, throughout all of this,
Can you make a new NFL team or new sports team nowadays? Is that, like, possible still? What's, like, the newest NFL? Like, how do you do that? How do you fucking... Is it just, like, a billionaire? Like, could Elon Musk be like, I want to make an NFL team? Newest NFL team. The Houston Texans were added in 2002. But, I mean, dude, that was 22 years ago. Like, I don't think they're going to add any new teams. The most recent team was 2002. But that doesn't mean they're still going to add... I don't think there's ever going to be another NFL team. I feel like maybe for, like, NHL or, like, what's the newest basketball team? The New Orleans Pelicans are the youngest franchise, also joining in 2002. Like, I don't think any prominent sports that we watch now are really going to have any new teams. NHL newest team. What is the newest NHL team? The Golden Knights in 2017 and the Seattle Kraken in 2021. Okay. So the NHL has. But outside of that, Smoggles for the sub.
One team has to inevitably be the worst one. And that team is playing right now in Detroit. What the Pistons have managed to do so far this season isn't just bad. Their incompetence is a statistical anomaly.
Is it their team or their players just suck dick? Like, are they bad as a team or individually are they just worse than every other team as players? Isn't there a really good player on the Pistons, though? Like, I always see the fucking sports guys talk about how they need to fucking swap him over. Cade Cunningham. Yeah, everybody always says, like, I don't know if that's who I've heard of, but yeah, Cade Cunningham. He's averaging like 30 plus points a game. I'd feel so mad if I was him, though. He's 22. Wow. He's a little bit older than me, month-wise. But, I mean, that's, like, fucking nuts, man. Like, he's new to the NBA, and he's starting off his career with the fucking worst team in history.
At the moment, the Pistons are on a...
He's still bad, though. I wouldn't say he's bad if he's averaging 30-plus points. But, I mean, you also got to factor in that his other teammates probably aren't scoring that many points.
28-game losing streak. 28 games. 28 losses.
I mean, but some of them are close losses. Like, not against the fucking 76ers, but, like, some of these games, like, they lost by 6 points.
In a row. Now, y'all remember the Cleveland Browns back in 2016 and 2017?
0-16? Nah, I wouldn't even go to the game, bro. I'd fucking refund my ticket. 0-16? Fuck that. You're telling me as a... Like, are people going to the Pistons games anymore? They're probably making them mad cheap. I'm assuming they're lowering the prices. I don't know if they do that depending on the team's performance, because I've never been to a fucking NBA game. But, dude, I feel like they're just going to have people not show up. Like, if I'm a Browns fan, the team's 0-15, I'm not going to their last game.
Cleveland Browns back in 2016 and 2017, just how
Pistons tickets are $10. I feel like that's not true.
Bad they were? Well, they lost 17 games in a row across 2 seasons. They were horrendous for 2 full seasons. But their losing streak is only the 62nd longest in North American pro sports history. To find this year's Pistons, you have to take a nosedive through...
Yeah, but you also got to compare that, like, a lot of these teams are going to be baseball, right? And baseball, how many games do baseball players play a season? A fucking assload. So they're way more likely to lose more games in a row. I feel like if you're an NFL team and you lose every game in a season, that is more detrimental than a baseball team losing like 25 games in a season. Because, yeah, fucking baseball teams, they're playing MLB 162 games in a season. You're playing a game every fucking day.
Nosedive through 150 years of sports. Some of the worst teams imaginable. Then keep going, and then go some more until you've reached rock bottom. With the second longest losing
Damn, the 76ers lost 28 games.
Streak in pro sports. The only team that strung together more consecutive losses were the mid-1940s Chicago Cardinals of the NFL, who spent 4 seasons just losing a whole bunch of games in a row. To put some perspective on just how bad the Pistons are, the San Jose Sharks are the worst team in the NHL this season. In fact, they're on pace to
1-10? Yo, that is a fucking shutout. They should have a mercy rule in sports. I don't know. I'm not. You would have to figure out what it is in every sport. But I'm like, dude, if you're in an NHL team and you're at an NHL game and it's fucking 10-0, end it. End the fucking game. They're not coming back.
Being one of the worst teams in recent history, and they have a win percentage of 27.2%. The Pistons would need to go on a 9-game winning streak starting with their next game just to catch up to how bad the Sharks have been this season. But it gets even worse. The Panthers have been the worst team in the NFL this season, winning just 2 of their 15 games. Their win percentage is just 13.3%, which means
God, it's still better.
Right now, the Pistons are relatively half.
Yeah, but you got to keep in mind that the Cleveland Browns had an 0-16 season. That is a 0%. They lost every fucking game they played for a year. Right, not a year, but a season in a year.
As good as the worst team in the National Football League. But, my friends, it gets even worse. Because over in the MLB, there's one clear frontrunner as the worst team in the league, and that is the Oakland A's. The A's played so bad last season that it literally cost.
Yo, like everybody leaving and shit. Yo, I love watching sports games, though, when one team's getting shut out so bad and you see the stands are starting to fucking thin out a little bit. People are fucking going home early.
The city of Oakland, their baseball team. And still, the A's finished the 2023 season with a winning percentage of 30.9% and a record of 50-112. If you scale their season down to 82 games, that's equivalent to an NBA team winning about 25 games in a season. From the time this season started, the Pistons are on pace to winning 25 games, sometime around mid-season, in 2028.
Nah, they turned it around, though, because this is an older video. We saw their win streaks a little bit better. Or their fucking win-loss record. That is nuts, though.
Pistons are a horrifically bad team. In fact, they are so bad that comparing them to other teams this year, even across other sports, there is still...
On their team chem probably just fucking tanks, dude. You're gonna start getting mad at each other.
Clearly, no competition for who the worst team is. In order to do that, we have to pull out the record books. Here are the 10 worst teams in NBA history according to win percentage. Now, it makes sense to use win percentage here over actual number of wins because every season does not have the same amount of games. For example, the Providence Steamrollers won just 6 games back in the Stone Age, but they only played 48 games the entire season.
The Providence Steamrollers? Is that not a team anymore? That sounds like such a fucking whack-ass team name. The Providence Steamrollers. It's actually a Steamrollers, their fucking mascot or their fucking logo.
Of course, there are the 2012 Bobcats, who won just 7 games in a 66-game shortened season. I vividly remember this Bobcats team. They were so bad that the discourse around them that season wasn't about if they were just the worst team in the NBA. It was about if the Kentucky men's basketball team
Swear to God, if you don't get a kill here, bruh. I'm gonna unban you. Dude just spamming go back to TikTok. Why is it in slow mode? Dog. Like, why you gotta comment shit like that? I unbanned you, by the way. Pyro for the sub, you smell bad for the sub. Just spamming me, go back to TikTok. That's just fucking mean! You also followed me for like fucking 2 months. You should watch my stream. Bruh, he self-promoed first fucking chat. Oh my God. Do you have VODs? That's the only clip on your channel.
No, because I'm on stream and I'm charging my phone.
Is this your stream? Why is this? Oh, no, you do. Why are your clips first? Are clips always first?
Shoot the striker AR, okay. I have aimbot with this AR. No, I have aimbot with this AR, actually, deadass. I do.
The aimbot ain't aimbotting now.
Hold on.
Yo, nah, dude, I don't want to clown you because I'm just like, you came in my chat and then you told me to go back to TikTok and you're also self-promoting my chat. Like, I'm gonna pull up. If you tell me to pull up your stream, I'm gonna pull up your stream, bruh. Like I'm I'm not trying to make fun of you or anything, but it's like when you say that's like a clip right there. When you say you have aimbot and then you miss like 15 shots in a row.
Nope.
I've done that before.
Cool. All he's gonna do is sweat his balls off.
Oh damn, 196.
And he's not a viewer. He's not a viewer anyways. He's not viewing my stream.
Oh, he is really about to win this.
He's
though?
insane. It's a little sweat. I'm like, oh my god, the servers are so bad, dude. Yeah.
All right. I gotta get back to the fucking Reacts chat. We have a schedule we need to follow here. Somebody redeemed 10 push-ups. Bro, dead ass. Perks, you here, man? I didn't mean to upset you like that. But like, you know what I mean? Like, you're telling me to go back to TikTok. Like, that's just mean. Joe for the 5. I know this is random, but last time my bunny had a seizure and all I could do was hold her and she passed in my arms. But your live really helped me. I miss her so much. Rip in the chat for your bunny. I'm sorry that your bunny passed, but I mean, I'm glad my stream could help. I would watch you. I miss her so much. Anytime I would watch you, she would lay with me. You put C. I mean, I'm glad you were able to fucking watch me with your bunny and you had a good time with her while she was here, but I mean, I'm genuinely sorry that your bunny passed. Like, I haven't had a pet bunny. I didn't have a pet bunny. I had a friend who had a pet bunny that I used to see all the time. But it bit me. But I mean, I know most bunnies are nice. JJ for the sub, Pyro for the sub. So I'm sorry for your bunny's passing, bro. You smell for the sub. All right. Lock back in here. I gotta do push-ups real quick. Chat, time to rep them out. Time to rep them out here. Oh, fucking shit. 1, 2. That was 10, right? Ziggy for the sub. Thank you for the sub, bro. I appreciate that. All right, lock back in here. No, but Perks, I think that's how you say your user.
Yeah, we should go back to lobby.
Keep up the stream grind. I'm not making fun of you or anything, bro. Like, I respect the stream grind. I just laughed because you said you had aimbot and then missed your shots. But, you know, when you try to clown me and you say I need to go back to TikTok, and then I pull up your chats, and one of your chats, when I pull up your chats to say how you told me to go back to TikTok is that I should watch your stream, I'm going to watch your stream, you know what I mean? Ziggy for the sub. W Perks, even though he made fun of me. I'm not trying to clown you, bro. I don't want to make fun of my viewers, you know what I mean? All right, Ziggy for the sub. Lock in here, chat.
A college team could beat them in a game. This team was disgusting, and yet somehow the 2024 Pistons are losing.
There were slurs? What do you mean there were slurs?
More games than that Bobcats team did, even in a shortened.
Damn, a 6.5% fucking win rate. What are they now? They're 8-49. Somebody do the maths there. Somebody do the maths there. What's the win rate on 8-49?
66 game season, the Bobcats managed to win 7.
He had a hard R at the start of his stream. What?
Guys.
In the clip?
Only 5 remained. You were close.
Guys, these servers are ass. Last time I played this, it was perfectly fine. No, because I'm on stream and I'm charging my phone.
Oh, it's not him. It's not him. It sounds like it's somebody in-game. Ziggy for the sub.
7 games. This season, with a full 82-game schedule, the Pistons are on pace to winning just 5, which would essentially make them about twice as bad as the next worst team in NBA history. If we compare the Pistons to the worst teams in MLB history, they are still, by a massive margin, worse than any team that has ever played in Major League Baseball's 148-year history. The last time a team in Major League Baseball was even remotely close to as bad as this year's Pistons, the league sounded more like a branch of government than a—
Wow. 1899 Spiders, bro. The fucking, that, what even is that logo? Is that just an S?
did a professional sports league. The Colonels, the Nationals, the Senators, the Cowboys go back nearly 150 years.
It's got letters, dude. A, B, W, P, C, S.
And still, you will not find a team as bad as this year's Pistons. But the worst team in MLB history, according to Team Record, were the Cleveland Spiders. Yes, this was a real team. And no, they were not as bad as this year's Pistons. Going 20 and 134 on the season, the Spiders—
Okay, but I would still say that 20 and 134 is worse than 2 and 29. I don't know why, but I just feel like that's worse.
had the worst winning percentage in league history of just 13%, which means they were still winning twice as often as Detroit is this season. Detroit's record, at the moment, would be the equivalent to an MLB team winning just 10 games in an entire 162-game season.
Okay.
But what about the NHL? Nearly 100 years of history. There's gotta be one team that just couldn't win games, right? No. In 1975, the Washington Capitals were one of 2 teams added to the league in an expansion year. The team was literally built from scratch. Sort of a Frankenstein of a roster, loaded with free agents, young prospects, players who had never even played a minute of professional hockey in their careers, bits and pieces from other teams. By no means was this team expected to win many games. And they didn't. The Capitals
were pro athletes back then, though, just pro athletes. Like, I'm not just talking about the NHL. Like, if you go way back, like the first pro, like Babe Ruth, did he have, like, a day job? There's no way he made enough. Like, did they pay them enough to where he didn't have to fucking work? Shocks for the sub. Whittle and Ziggy for the sub.
finished the season with the worst record in NHL history, winning just 8 games. But back then, NHL games could end in a tie, essentially giving half wins in those scenarios. So those 8 wins got the Capitals to a win percentage of 13.1%, very similar to the worst teams throughout NBA and NFL history, which makes the Pistons still far worse than the worst team in NHL history. A team that was playing in its first season with new.
I mean, the season's not over yet, though. I think that's so they could bring it out of this, but they're on track to be the worst team.
Players, new ownership, and virtually no expectations. But that leaves us with the NFL. And as many of you know, there have been a handful of winless teams throughout the league's history. And 5 potential wins is still better than 0 wins, right? Wrong. I believe that a team on pace to winning 5 or 6 games in an 82-game NBA season is still worse than most, if not all, 0-win teams in NFL history. For example, take the most recent 0-win.
How are you gonna argue that a fucking 5-win team is worse than a 0-win team? Like, I'm gonna fucking hard disagree with him on that. I know they play way less games, so they don't have as much of a chance to win. But if you go 0-16, that is fucking objectively worse than going like 5-50.
Team in the NFL, the 2017 Browns, one of the 8 winless teams throughout the NFL's history. In that 2017 season, despite winning 0 games, the Browns had an average point differential of negative 11 points, meaning on average, they lost every single game that season by 11, which sounds bad because it is. And yet that still only ranks as the 109th worst team point differential.
I mean, you gotta think, that's like a TD and a field goal. Like, that's a fucking 7, that's like the extra point 7 and then almost a field goal and then fucking one more point. Like that, you're losing by a lot.
in league history. They were losing, but they were still competing compared to some other bad teams throughout the NFL's history. In fact, there have been teams who were losing games on average by twice as much as the 0-win Browns, but at least those teams still managed to win a game or two. The Pistons, on the other hand, oddly enough, have a similar average point differential of negative 11.53, which is the 5th worst point differential in the history of the NBA. So they're not only losing damn near every game, they aren't even competing.
Yeah, but you gotta think, if you're playing football, the average cumulative points of both teams combined is like not, I want to say like 60. I'm just fucking throwing a number out here. It's not a lot. The over-under on fucking NBA games on overall points is usually like 230. Like, them losing by 11 points isn't as bad as an NFL team losing by 11 points.
And the 4 teams that were losing by more than the Pistons still managed to win double-digit games, or at least were nearly on pace to in a full season. The Pistons aren't just losing games. They are getting blown out in nearly every game. So now that we know, at least at this moment, the Pistons are worse than any NBA team ever, they're worse than any MLB team ever, they are worse than every NHL team.
Oh my God, you're saying they're the worst sports team that ever existed. Now you're rubbing it in. Now I'm starting to feel bad for the fucking Pistons.
That has ever taken the ice, and they're probably worse, if not as bad as the worst NFL teams ever. I think it's safe to say that at the pace they're on, they could potentially finish this season as the worst major pro sports team North America has ever seen. So how exactly can a team be this bad? How does this happen? Well, first, this is a very young team. The 3rd youngest team in the NBA with an average age of just 23 years old. The majority of their minutes going to these young guys with hardly any NBA experience and no real opportunity or guidance.
Yeah, they're like a fucking good D1 college team. Or not a good D1 college team, but you're throwing a bunch of guys together that have never played.
To learn the ropes before being thrown
Somebody
into
said L video. I think it's a good video, but he is fucking repeating himself a lot. Tacos for the 3. I'll see you Thursday. Thank you for the fucking 3. Aspects and Foxy for the sub.
Lions Den every game. And part of this is for reason number 2, which is injuries. With 2 of their oldest players and their 2 highest paid players, Bojan Bogdanovic and Joe Harris, missing the majority of the season so far due to injuries. The lack of veteran leadership in this locker room and on the court has seemed to have made a real negative impact on this team's morale and their ability to fight through adversity. Most of these young guys have never been in a situation where they need to lead or even carry a bad team to victories. This takes time to learn, and right now, nearly every player on this roster is learning this all simultaneously. Whether they are even capable is a whole nother topic.
What is the youngest NBA team? Why are we doing a Hold up. Mods, I don't want to say don't do a shout for people that raid with 2 viewers, but when people raid with 2 viewers, they could very well be just watching themselves on 2 accounts and then just raiding me. So I would say refrain from doing shouts for people that raid me with 2 people, because I think they're just I'm not saying everybody, but I'm saying some people are trying to raid me to just farm followers. I would say, don't shout them out if they raid me with, 3 people. Just because in some moments it's going to warrant people to just watch themselves on 2 different accounts and then raid me. Henry for the fucking 1,000 biddies. What are the most Bartbucks somebody's ever redeemed? Probably 1 million. Youngest NBA team right now. The Spurs in this year, 23.5. Dude, I thought NBA teams were way older than that. How old is LeBron's team? How old what is the average age of the Lakers? 26. Oldest NBA team right now. The Milwaukee Bucks are 28. I mean, that's still young.
This is why Alec Burks, a career role player, can oftentimes be found with the ball in his hands late in these games. He's a 12-year NBA vet who has logged enough minutes to at least have some idea of how to navigate close, competitive games. This team also can't close.
Oh, Joe, Jinxie has a hickey on stream. Watch it. Oh, no way. Really? Oh, really? Jinxie has a hickey? Oh, my God. Let me tune in.
He turned on the glasses.
Oh, it's right there. Oh.
This might be champion.
Out any games. Even the worst teams can usually squeeze out some tough wins just by sheer luck, if nothing else. The Pistons have found themselves in clutch situations 14 times this season. That's games within 5 points with 5 minutes or less remaining in the fourth quarter. And in those clutch moments, the Pistons have shot by...
Joe, they're just informing you, no need to be rude. Dude, it's a... Oh my God, Joe Farty Cheeks. Yo, I'm letting you know, man. You are a fucking nipple hair away from being banned. I feel like I already said some shit to you earlier because I remember saying your fucking name.
Far, a league low of 23.
No need to be rude. I'm not being rude, dude. He's coming to my chat and spamming that fucking Jinxie as a hickey.
3% from the field while scoring 4.2 points. Less than half of the league average. This has led them to win just one of their 14 relatively winnable games. If they are just not horrific in the final minutes of these games, they win at least a few of these matchups. And it may sound like an oversimplification.
Oh my God, I can't watch this anymore. It's just so repetitive. All right, next video. And then we'll get into, will you press the button? Chat, I gotta piss real quick. Count me down 30 seconds. Lock in here, chat. Every paradox in 8 minutes.
Grandfather paradox. If you use a time machine to stop your grandparents from meeting, you might prevent your own birth. But if you were never born, how could you have used the time machine in the first place?
Because it starts an alternate universe in which you didn't exist, but in the universe you currently exist in, you still exist, right? So basically, you're gonna kill your like, if I go back in time and I kill my dad, I wouldn't exist in the universe that I killed my father in, but in the universe that I was originally in, that still exists. It starts a different universe. How do I know this? I watched that movie with the dude on the fucking and he has the fucking hair, Back to the Future.
Achilles and the tortoise. Achilles, a fast runner, gives a tortoise a head start in a race. The paradox says Achilles will never pass the tortoise because every time Achilles reaches where the tortoise was, the tortoise has moved a little. It keeps going like this forever, making it seem like Achilles can't catch up. Ship of Theseus.
That's not even a paradox, bro. What? That's if he can't physically pass it.
This forever.
If he gives a tortoise a head start, he could just run past the tortoise,
making it seem like Achilles can't catch up. Ship of Theseus. You have a ship and you replace all its parts. Is it still the same ship? If you use the old parts to build...
That's like one of the first questions they would ask me in some of my philosophy classes. If you have a ship and you rebuild all of its parts over the span of like however many years, at what point is it a new ship? I don't think it's a new ship ever. Even if it eventually has all new parts, it is still referenced as the same ship. Physically, it's a different it's a different mechanism, but it is the same ship. Same thing with a car. If you have your car and you keep replacing a bunch of parts, it's still the same car because it's the same, it's referenced as the same vehicle.
Build another ship. Which one is the original? Soritis paradox. You have a heap of sand. If you remove 1 grain at a time, when does it stop being a heap?
I hate this one. I hate this one. How many grains of sand means it's a pile? How much sand would need to be in your vision for it to be a pile of sand? It's a subjective question. There is no answer. Because you could say, oh, 1,000 pieces, but in reality, you're going to reference a pile of sand as enough to where it looks like it's stacking, right? Like, I would say this is a pile of sand. But at what point is it no longer a pile of sand? Like, if it's just this little part right here and you cut, like, if it's just that, I would not say that's a pile of sand.
Barbershop paradox. In a town, the rule is the barber shaves those who don't shave themselves. But who shaves the barber? If he shaves himself, it breaks the rule. If he doesn't, he should be shaved according to the rule. Catch-22 paradox.
That one's fucking stupid.
Needing something you can only have if you don't need it. For example, a pilot can avoid dangerous flights if he's insane, but asking not to fly shows he's sane. Fermi paradox. If the universe is infinite, why haven't we seen any aliens? Opposite day paradox.
Okay, that really didn't go into the Fermi paradox, though. He just said he had a one-liner on what the fucking Fermi paradox is. You could go to, there's a bunch of theories on why we haven't seen aliens yet. Some are it's like a big filter, or that they're so far away, or they have seen us and they don't want to interact with us.
If I say that it's opposite day...
Or the government has seen aliens and they're just fucking hiding it!
Is it? Simpson's paradox. It occurs when a trend appears in different groups of data, but disappears or reverses when the group are combined. This shows that the overall conclusion can be opposite to the conclusions drawn from individual subgroups. Tolerance paradox. Unlimited tolerance can make tolerance disappear, as it allows too much intolerance. For a tolerant society to survive,
you said tolerant too many times and you lost me.
Subgroups. Tolerance paradox. Unlimited tolerance can make tolerance disappear, as it allows too much intolerance. For a tolerant society to survive, it must not tolerate intolerance. Bootstrap paradox.
Wow. That is actually, I mean, that's more true than it is a paradox. It can't tolerate intolerance, because if you're a tolerant society, then you tolerate people that are intolerant, and then everybody could be intolerant.
If a time traveler gives a young Einstein a book with the theory of relativity, and Einstein publishes it as his own, who's the original author? Stockdale paradox. Believing you will soon succeed.
What?
If a time traveler gives a young Einstein a book with the theory of relativity, and Einstein publishes it as his own, who's the original author?
The time traveler. If he wrote it.
Stockdale paradox. Believing you will soon succeed decreases your chances of succeeding. Meanwhile, maintaining a belief that you will succeed one day increases your chance of succeeding. Jevons paradox.
Dude, that is just fucking confirmation bias. That's not even a paradox.
Is your chance of succeeding. Maintaining a belief that succeed decreases. Stockdale paradox. Believing you will soon succeed decreases your chances of succeeding. Meanwhile, maintaining a belief that you will succeed one day
I thought it said that you wouldn't succeed.
Increases your chance of succeeding.
Well, no shit, because you're giving yourself the short term versus the long term. If I say I'm going to be a millionaire tomorrow, that's going to decrease my chances of being a millionaire tomorrow. Or not even decrease, it's just not going to happen, right? But if I'm like, I'm going to be a fucking billionaire in a year or fucking 10 years, then the odds of that happening are much different, right? Only hand for the fucking 5 gifteds and the individual sub. Thank you for the 5 gifteds and the individual sub. Tofu for the 5. You were the first TikToker I saw when I first downloaded the app early 2021. Me and my girlfriend love watching the VODs and streams. Thank you for everything. Dub. Thank you for the fucking biddies. Somebody said kind of an L video, not going to lie. Well, Crispy Chicken, we're kind of getting into the hypothetical scenario right now because we're going to transition from this video into playing Will You Press the Button. If you don't like it, you're welcome to leave. Bye.
Jevons paradox. Technological improvements that increase the efficiency of resource use tend to cause an overall increase in resource consumption because people like the product more. Olbers' paradox. Why is the sky dark if there are a vast number of stars in the universe? Paradox.
That's not a fucking paradox. It's because it's far as shit. And light isn't going to illuminate everything. It has to have something to illuminate. If there's a voidness in space, it's not going to illuminate the void.
Thrift. Saving more money individually is generally a good thing, but it can lead to economic problems for everyone as it could cause reduced consumption and economic growth. Unexpected hanging paradox.
Yeah, you do need people to spend a lot of money. If everybody saves money, then the economy collapses. Whereas if everybody spends money, then it becomes a massive problem, right? So you need some people to be financially irresponsible. M-Halls for the 3. I've been sub for over a year. What's the point of a tier 3 sub? I mean, it's more so just the support of a tier 3 sub. Realistically, a tier 3 sub, you could get new emotes in some chats. I don't have any tier 3 sub emotes, I don't think. I think I have like one tier 2 sub emote, but I mean, it's really just subbing in a different tier, if I'm being real. The majority, if you want me to be honest, tier 1 subs are worth it. Tier 2 and tier 3 is just optional. The baby for the 3. On behalf of Big Milk, you're on your final strike.
Paradox. A condemned prisoner is told he'll be hanged on a weekday next week, but the execution will surprise him. As the week progresses, he reasons that Friday is the latest possible day for the hanging, since it would still be a surprise on Thursday. But if it hasn't happened by Thursday night, Friday is no longer a surprise. He concludes it must occur on Thursday, yet that would also be expected. Value paradox. Essential things like water are...
Then they could just kill him on a Tuesday, bro. What? They could just fucking execute that motherfucker on a Tuesday. It must be a weekday. Hey, we might hang you any day of the fucking week. Oh, well, they couldn't do it Friday because that'd be expected, but then it would be Thursday. Thursday makes the most sense. Okay, it can't be Thursday. They just fucking kill your ass on Monday.
Cheaper despite being crucial, while non-essentials like diamonds are more expensive. Pinocchio paradox. If Pinocchio says, "My nose will grow," it creates a logical dilemma.
Wait, what the fuck was the thing?
Are cheaper despite being crucial, while non-essentials like diamonds are more expensive.
It's not because it's essential, it's because of the abundance. Essential things aren't cheaper because they're crucial. Essential things are cheaper because there's a lot of them, right? Diamonds, there's actually a lot of, and it's a whole fucking thing of the diamond market, and they hide how many diamonds are actually there, and they kind of sprinkle them in, and so it creates a falsehood of rarity because diamonds are actually much more common than you think they are, but they only release a certain amount of diamonds so that they're more expensive because they're manipulating the market because they have such a high reign. It's a monopoly, basically. That's all I needed to say was it's a monopoly. They have a monopoly on the fucking diamond business so they can determine the price of the diamonds because they have access to all the fucking diamonds. But for water, there's a fuck ton of water, right? So you can't really say, I have all the fucking water, you can't have any. Unless you give me $1,000, right? Because then it's like, okay, dickhead, I'll go to the fucking nearest stream.
Pinocchio paradox. If Pinocchio says, "My nose will grow," it creates a logical dilemma. If it's true, his nose should grow. But
okay,
then
I hate this paradox. It's true, but it agitates me.
He's lying. If it's false, his nose shouldn't grow. But then
yeah, because Pinocchio's nose only grows when he lies. So if he says his nose will grow, it won't grow. If he says his nose will grow, it will because he's lying. But if it does grow, then he's not lying, in which case it wouldn't grow. I think it would grow. If Pinocchio says, "My nose will grow," will it grow? I think yes, because at the moment of him saying, "My nose will grow," it won't. In which case it will, right? But then it shouldn't, but it does, right? Because at the time he said, "My nose will grow," it wasn't supposed to, and then it did, right? So it's two separate time frames.
Telling the truth.
I like to think Pinocchio fucking dies. I like to think that when Pinocchio says his nose grows, his head just fucking explodes. And it's too much for him. He just dies right on the spot. It's just like the energy buildup. He just bursts into flames.
Paradox. The more directly one seeks pleasure or happiness, the less likely they are to achieve it.
That's not even a I mean, it's a paradox, but that's just... I don't know why I want to say it's not a paradox, it's true, because paradox could still be true, but that is honestly like a life lesson. If you are so if you're so driven in your life to arrive at a certain moment, and you can't be happy until that moment, you won't be happy in the majority of your life. You could strive towards something, but if the true key to happiness is being happy in the scenario that you're in, right? You always want to strive to be in a better scenario, but if you're always unhappy unless you're at a certain point, like if you're looking just in a short example, like say you're like, I need to go to vacation and I'll be happy when I'm on vacation. You're not going to be happy until that moment. And when you're actually at the vacation, the moment of happiness is going to not be as monumental as you thought it was, right? So if you're just happy with where you are all the time, I mean, it's easier said than done, but that's kind of the goal for people. Christian for the sub, Henry for the sub, Plebsy for the 3. I was here for mid part of the stream. Is the Popping Beat video still in queue? No. It is probably going to be either in Friday's video or another day. We don't have enough time for it because I have to watch this video and then I still want to play the game. M. Halls for the 3. I already read that.
Crocodile paradox. A crocodile steals a child and promises...
What's a paradox? I mean, in broad, it's something that's just contradictory. I mean, if you want me to give you the exact definition of a paradox, it's a seemingly absurd or self-contradictory statement. On the proposition that when investigators explain it may be proved to be well-founded or true. Yeah. So, I mean, when I say it's not a paradox, it's true. It's basically me saying the same thing, but it's effectively just something that contradicts itself is a paradox.
Its return.
It always contradicts itself, not sometimes.
If the parent correctly predicts what a crocodile steals a child and promises its return if the parent correctly predicts what the crocodile will do. If the parent says the child won't be returned and the crocodile agrees, a paradox arises. If the crocodile returns the child, it contradicts its promise. If it doesn't return the child, it also contradicts the agreement. Sword and shield paradox. What happens when a sword sharp enough to cut any shield meets a shield strong enough to block any blade? Dichotomy paradox. Imagine
nothing. Because they're both infinitely strong. So nothing would happen. The universe explodes when that happens.
Imagine walking towards a destination. To reach it,
I just think the child will die. Yeah, I think a alligator grabbing a child is probably just going to eat it.
First have to walk halfway there, and to walk halfway there, you'd first have to walk a quarter of the way there, and so on, creating an infinite amount of steps and causing you to not be able to reach your destination. Fletcher paradox. Though it seems an arrow in motion is continuously changing its position, the paradox argues that at any instant, it can't move to where it isn't, or where it is, making it stationary. Since time consists of these instants, this paradox suggests the arrow is stationary the entire time. Grand Hotel paradox. In an infinitely big hotel with infinitely many rooms, even if all rooms are occupied, the hotel can still accommodate more guests. In order to accommodate you, the hotel could, hypothetically, move the guest from room 1 to room 2. This would move every guest from their current room to a new room, which is possible since there's an infinite number of rooms. Card paradox.
I feel like I watched a Vsauce video with that paradox, but then there's another paradox that is on top of that paradox in the fact that you could have an infinite number of people that are brought, and then it wouldn't have enough room.
It's true if a card has the phrase, "the sentence on the other side of this card is true" on the front side, and the phrase, "the sentence on the other side of this card is false" on the back side. Liar paradox. Imagine that someone says, "I'm lying." If the liar is indeed lying, then the liar is telling the truth, which means that he just lied about lying. Grain. Truth, which means that he just lied.
If a liar says that he's telling the truth, that means he's lying, and that means he lied about lying, which means that he's telling the truth.
About lying. Grain of millet paradox. When a grain of millet falls, it makes no sound, but when 1,000 grains fall, they do. Thus many of nothing become something. The truth is that it does make a sound. It's just that it's so inaudible that we don't perceive it. Boltzmann brain. It might be more likely for a single brain to spontaneously form in a void, complete with a memory of having
this is a fucking paradox one of my chatters brought up.
Existed in our universe, rather than for the entire universe to come about. Paradox of enrichment.
But, like, you gotta prove that.
Increasing the food...
And is that even a self-contradictory statement? I feel like that's just something that's insanely odd.
...available to an ecosystem may lead to instability and even to extinction. Service recovery paradox. Successfully fixing a problem with a defective product may lead to higher consumer satisfaction than in the case where no problem occurred at all. Stability-instability paradox. When two countries each have nuclear weapons, the probability of a direct war between them greatly decreases, but the probability of minor or indirect conflicts between them increases. Ironic process.
Yeah, that is the issue with nuclear weapons. Because you can't get rid of them. Because say we just go, hey, we're going to get rid of our weapons. Now we're at a vulnerable point. But if we keep them and every country has them, then there's a less likely chance of nuclear war, but also an increased chance of nuclear war because more people have nuclear weapons, and the more people that have nuclear weapons, the more likely the chance that it is that people use that nuclear weapon instead of just using them as threats, because then somebody one day is going to be a fucking crazy motherfucker and just use it. I don't know.
Theory. Ironic processing is the psychological process whereby
mutually assured destruction. Well, yeah.
An individual's
That's why all the fucking big superpowers have nukes.
Deliberate attempts to suppress or avoid certain thoughts renders those thoughts more.
Why can't we all just not kill each other? I feel like that's, I don't know why it seems that simple, because I know it's not, but like, why can't we just go, hey, if you're a person in the government that just wants to kill everybody, the people are going to kill you, right? Like, if you're like, hey, we're going to fucking just start fighting wars against other countries, dude,
Persistent. Paradox of choice. It's the theory that eliminating consumer choices can be beneficial because it greatly reduces anxiety for shoppers. Birthday paradox. To have a 100% probability of at least 2 people in a group having the same birthday, you'd need 366 people. To have a 50% probability, however, you'd need just 23 people.
Why? Explain it, dude. I know you're getting every paradox in 8 minutes, man. What the fuck?
Paradox. To have a 100% probability of at least 2 people in a group having the same birthday, you'd need 366
because it's exponential.
people. To have a 50% probability, however, you'd need just
But that's not going to give you a 50% probability. If you have 26 people, they're going to have the same exact birthday.
23 people.
No fucking shot. If you round up 23 people, there is a much lesser chance than 50% that they're going to have the same fucking birthday. Is that a fact? What are the odds 2 people share a birthday? The chance of 2 people having the same birthday are 1 in 365, not accounting for a leap year. So the odds you'll meet a handful of people in your life who enjoy the same birthday as you is 1 in 365. But then how is it 50% if it's 23? In a room of 23 people, there's a 50-50 chance that at least 2 people in that room share the same birthday. In a room of 75 people, there's a 99.9% chance of at least 2 people matching. How? I don't understand that. I know it's exponentiality, but how are you going to say that there's a 1 in 365 chance that somebody's going to have the same birthday as you, but then throw in the idea that 23 people, it's a 50-50 shot? That doesn't follow fucking logic.
Schrodinger's cat. In quantum theory.
Okay, I fucking hate this shit. Oh my god. I've talked about this too many times.
A particle can be in multiple states simultaneously when not observed. This state is called superposition. When observed, however, the superposition condition collapses, and the particle is randomly in exactly one of those states. Let's hypothetically say that we put a machine that releases...
It makes me feel like I'm in a simulation. How are you going to tell me that quantum particles are in a state of, say, either up or down, and it's just kind of undecided, right? But the second I look at it, it's up. And conversely, one that is connected to it could be all the way across the universe, and it could be faster than the speed of light, is simultaneously the opposite. You'd have to know about quantum particles to understand what I'm saying, but it makes no sense.
Releases poison only when the particle is in the A state in a box, and that we also put a cat in it. Until observed, the machine would simultaneously release the poison and not release the poison. This means that, until observed, the cat would be both alive and dead. This would obviously work only if we don't consider the cat or the machine as observers. Twin paradox. According to Einstein, the faster you move through space, the slower you move through time. If your identical twin became an astronaut and went on a spaceship that traveled at the speed of light...
This is the coolest shit in the world to me. I don't know. I think this one's the fucking sickest. I watched it on Interstellar, and I just love talking about it. The idea that I could go really fucking fast on another planet and then come back, and I'd still be the same age, but everybody else would be older. Time is always relative to you. How you experience time will always be the same, but everything around you changes. And what's really fucking freaky is our lifespan actually has no definitive timeline, right? Like, the average person lives 75 years in the U.S., but what is 75 fucking years? 75 rotations around the Earth? What if we didn't rotate around the Earth and you just lived in a void? How do you determine how long you live? Just a certain amount of time. It just feels like, I don't know, a long time. The sun? No, I'm saying, say I throw a human in a void and I remove their concept of time. Not even of time. I remove their concept of the time that we've created, right? In the sense of like seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, shit like that. They're just gonna live an undiscernible amount of time. If you go to like tribes, this is what's really freaky. If you go to tribes that don't have like clocks, like they'll know like who's an elder and who's not, but they have no idea how old they are. And when you say how old they are, it's just like okay, like what does that mean? I'm fucking 60. Oh, what is a 60 what? They don't, it's like, it's a concept that isn't grasped.
He's some years older than him when he returned. Friendship paradox. On average, your friends tend to have more friends than you do. This
Okay, we already watched a video about this one.
happens because people who are social and have more friends are more likely to be your friends. Raven paradox. If you wanted to confirm that all ravens are black, finding a black raven supports your claim. But the paradox suggests that also finding something that is not a raven and not black, such as a green apple, supports your claim. Temperature paradox. If the temperature is
That does not support my fucking claim. In what world is that a fucking paradox? I go, all ravens are black. Here's a green apple. You're gonna be like, are you fucking dumb? What do you mean? How does that support my claim? It's null. It's neither. It doesn't support me and it doesn't hinder me. I go, all ravens are black. Here's a fucking air up bottle. Oh, that doesn't help me.
90 and the temperature is rising, is 90 rising? Temperature paradox. If the temperature is 90 and the temperature is rising, is 90 rising? Interesting number paradox. There can't be a smallest uninteresting number as if it's the first uninteresting one. It becomes interesting for that fact. It naturally follows that every single number is interesting.
Okay, you want to know what really fucks me up? Brooke made this happen to me. I can't have the volume on an odd number, right? So I have the volume on my TV on 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, right? She's fine with 5 and 10. She says 5s are fine. I go, okay, whatever. But here's what really fucks me up. 2 is the first even number, which makes it odd, right? So realistically, 4 is the first true even number, right? Because it's the second even number. But that makes it the first second even number, which makes it an odd number. 2 is even, right? So if I go, okay, I can have the volume set on 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. If I look at 2 is the first even number. I can't have it on that. So I go to 4, but 4 is the first second even number, which makes it even, but it also makes it the first second even number, which makes it an odd number, which means that I can't have it on that either. It's like...
Irresistible force paradox. What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object?
That's the same thing as the fucking sword!
Lottery paradox. If there is one winning ticket in a large lottery, it is reasonable to believe of any particular lottery ticket that it is not the winning ticket, but it is not reasonable to believe that no lottery ticket will win. Preparedness paradox. After preparing to avoid a catastrophe and lessening the damage, the perception regarding the catastrophe would be much less serious due to the limited damage caused after. Shout out to these guys who are the first 2 patrons that support my channel. You can...
That was a good video. That was a good video. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that very much. All right, now we have to lock in for the fucking game here, chat. Will you press the button? This is where we're really going to get into fucking arguments with my chat. I already can tell. Solar for the sub, Testicle for the sub, Nuccio for the sub, Kalen for the sub. Bipolar for the 1,500 biddies. I don't know how the statistics would work, but my best friend, his dad, and I all have the same birthday. It's just a weird coincidence. Like, whenever you have... most of you guys aren't old enough, but have you ever, like... You remember when I told you guys the story about how I was in, fucking, I was in another state and I met a friend that I knew in high school at a random bar, at a dive bar, and I was like, that's really weird, right? And most people's response is, huh, small world. It's not a small world, though. It's just a coincidence, right? It's not abnormal. Everyone, by the time you're 40, everyone will have a story of like, I went to London one time and I saw a guy from my same hometown and we didn't know either of us were going. And you always go, wow, small world. Not a fucking small world. It will happen to literally every fucking person at some point. Statistically, it's not going to happen fucking 100 times, but there will be a time or 2 or 3 or 4 where you're in a foreign fucking country and you just walk by a guy that you knew, right? And you knew him 10 years ago and you're like, what the fuck? Or you meet a guy that you're actually friends with and you didn't know that you were going to go there. That's not cap. It's literally fucking proven by science. Anyways, Fred for the fucking 3. Probably old by the time you read it, whatever. Pinocchio saying his nose will grow is the truth, so I don't think his nose will grow. But it's not the truth. It's false, because him saying his nose will grow is initially a false statement because it won't grow. But him saying it won't grow makes it a true statement, which means that it will grow. So his nose will grow, but not at the definitive moment that he says that it will grow. Because when he says it'll grow, it's a lie, which means it'll grow. But it growing doesn't counteract him saying it will grow because it, oh my God, how do I explain this? At the time he says it won't grow, it's a lie, which means it'll grow. But by the time it does grow, it's a different timeline as the time that he said it wouldn't grow, or that it would grow. Christian for the sub, Plebsy for the 3. Eric for the sub. Totally for the 1,000 biddies. Man, I've been watching for a long time. My dad passed away recently. Rip in the chat. You got me through so much. I'm sorry if that's parasocial. It's not parasocial. You really got me through so much. I mean, I'm glad I could help, man. I'm sorry for your dad's passing, by the way. That is honestly, I mean, nothing that anybody should have to deal with. But, I mean, it's life. It sucks. I hope the mourning process goes well. But outside of that, I mean, I'm glad my content could help, but I'm still sorry for your loss, man. All right, hold up. I got to go pee real quick, and then we'll lock in here. Yo, Lear, thank you for the 10 gifteds, Lear Ismaili. Thank you for the fucking 10 gifteds. Thank you if you got sub. Thank you for the fucking 10 gifteds. Appreciate that shit, Lear. Eric for the sub. Bro takes 100 pisses a day. I drink a lot of water, bitch, and I have a small bladder. I used to have a pee problem when I was younger. What's it to ya? Run on fucking lo-fi. All right. Lock in here, chat. Cap and D for the sub. Thank you for the 10. How often do you poop? Like, twice or 3 times a day, I would say. All right, lock in here. Now, how this works, chat, what we're doing today is called a game, let's rewind that intro, right? This might be a YouTube video, so we're gonna take that back because my ass stutters every fucking 5 seconds. All right. We're going to be playing a game today called Will You Press the Button? Now, how does this work? You guys may be asking. Well, it gives you a hypothetical, right? In this example, you have telekinetic powers, but, and there's always a catch, everything you touch either dies or becomes radiated. So you either press it and get this and have to deal with the side effect, or you just don't press it, right? So it's kind of like a would you rather, but it kind of gives you one side of the would you rather with a catch, and you either say yes or no, right? So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm obviously going to be basing this off of my take, but you guys are welcome in chat and on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, to, you know, take part and say why or why you wouldn't press the button, depending on the hypothetical. Jamar for the 3. If Pinocchio says his nose won't grow, then it doesn't because he doesn't know if it will or not, and therefore it isn't a lie, and therefore it doesn't grow. Foxman for the 3. I would press the button that saved you. You're foolish for the sub. Thank you, Foxman. I appreciate that, man. All right, first one. You have telekinetic powers, but everything you touch either dies or becomes radiated. Well, that sucks. I feel like I'm not going to press this just off of the fact that now I can no longer touch anything. While having telekinetic powers would be sick and there's no need to touch anything, you can't, like, give your family a hug, right? Like, you can't fucking take a shit. You can't sit on a toilet. And does that mean everything like the ground I touch becomes radiated? Wouldn't that kill me? I'm not pressing that. You didn't press the button. 30% press the button. That's crazy. Okay, next one. You get to create your own island and have whoever you want to live there, and you can build whatever you want there. But you aren't allowed to bring your family, and you would never see them again. What counts as family? I'm assuming blood relation. Like, if you had a wife, would you be able to bring your wife there? Probably not. Or if you had a kid. And then you can't have a kid. You get to create your own island and have whoever you want to live there, and you can build whatever you want there. I feel like I'm still going to press no. That it would include a girlfriend. Yeah, I'm even if it does or doesn't include Brooke, I feel like I'm still going to say no. Just because then you can't interact with any of your family members. Carson, thank you for the fucking 10 gifteds. Thank Carson Cooper if you got a sub, and thank you for the fucking 10 gifteds, Carson Cooper, 2003. You're foolish dad for the sub. Thank you for the fucking 10 gifted subs. I'm not pressing that again. Ooh, this one was more in between. Wow, 47% of people don't care about their family. Wow! Next. Lear, thank you for the 20 gifteds. Thank them if you got a sub. Thank you for the fucking 20 gifteds, Lear's Maley. I appreciate the fucking subs. Popping out with the subs all the fucking damn time. Lear's Maley, 471 subs total to the fucking stream. Oh my god. Top 10 subber all time. Thank you for the fucking 471 subs, Lear's Maley. I appreciate the fucking subs. You are a goddamn fucking goat. Thank you for the fucking subs, Lear. Dub in the chat for that shit. Wow. 20 subs from Lear. Circus for the sub. You could go Super Saiyan, but you have to put up with Vegeta's whining about how he will never beat Goku. Oh, that's so cringe. Anime question? Pass. 56%. I've never watched Dragon Ball Z, so I can't definitively answer this. Next one. You could be any animal you want, but you can't change from an animal to a human again. Ooh. Chat, I'm going to let you guys answer this part of the hypothetical for me. Am I allowed to have the same consciousness that I have now? And am I able to talk? Any animal I want? I'm assuming that that's in the realms of non-fiction. Like real life. Like I can't be a dragon. Right, because my mind's immediately going to, holy shit, that'd be kind of crazy to be a dragon. Like, could I be like the dragon from How to Train Your Dragon? I feel like that's still not enough, and then I'm not going to be able to talk. I'm going to not press that. If I can't ever be a human again, that would suck. Not pressing. 37% have pressed this. I haven't pressed any of these yet. I feel like the downsides just suck. You can read books faster than anyone else alive, but if you don't read books regularly, your reaction speed to everything will be severely reduced. I feel like I'd press this. I can read a book faster than anyone else alive. What counts as regularly? Like, I have to read 2 books a week? If I'm a speed reader, I basically would have, like, not a photogenic memory, but I'd be able to fucking read mad fast. I feel like that wouldn't even be a problem. And then I'm also going to absorb more knowledge. Yeah, it has a downside if I don't read, but I mean, like, I feel like reading, like, even if I'm on vacation, I could still read. DVK and Panda for the sub. Poge, Panda, and Timmy for the sub. I'm pressing that. 46% have pressed it. 54 have not. Why would 54% not press that? Your country will win every international competition, but afterwards they will spend the rest of their life in a wheelchair. Okay, you gotta be the most psycho-ass country prideful person to press this button. To say that, oh yeah, we'll always win, but then every athlete will just forever be stuck in a wheelchair, but America they'll win every Olympic medal. No. Yeah, most people did not press that. 23,000 did. Life will become effortless. Everything you desire will appear before you the instant you request it. I feel like that sucks. Everything I desire appears in front of me. There's no purpose. I mean, that's why like rich people, like a lot of rich people get fucking depressed. Right? If you just have everything, and that is even beyond that. They have everything they've ever wanted. Now there's nothing they're going to care about. But you'll be forced to live in solitude and live alone without the ability to communicate. Okay, this is a fucking paradox. Life's effortless. Everything I desire will appear in front of me. What if I desire to have the ability to communicate? No. I feel like that's the stipulation. This is what I'm not allowed to wish. No. It'd still be a no even if there was no catch. You survive the apocalypse and will take part in the new beginning of human society. All your loved ones perished. This is literally, I feel like majority of these I'm just going to be fucking slapping the no on. I feel like, yeah, it'd be cool to be in a new society and surviving the apocalypse. But after like a week in The Walking Dead, I'm going to be like, dude, this sucks. Like, it's a cool hypothetical to be like, oh, I could survive an alien apocalypse. But your life's going to suck. It's going to be worse than it is now. And everyone you've ever loved dies. Why would 43% say yes? That is wild. 41,000 people said yes. Chat, use the yes or no emotes. You survived the... Oh, I already read that. The world is somehow transformed into a utopia while not violating anyone's rights or free will. But you can never feel anything resembling happiness again. So it'd be like I'm on, like, Adderall or something. Like, I'd always be on, like, a very high amount of, like, ADHD medicine. Huh. And you're also, chat, you also got to keep in mind, I know a lot of people are saying no. You got to keep in mind, you're effectively saving society. Because everyone else will be able to be happy. Yes, yeah, I feel like I'm swaying some people to yes. 8 billion people will be in a utopia. You'll just kind of feel like shit for the rest of your life. But you were responsible for creating infinite happiness. I'm pressing that. 38 pressed it. I feel like I'm always swaying with the minority here. You might be the most attractive guy in the world. Instead of a penis, you have a snake down there. It isn't poisonous. You can still make babies with it, and you can control it like any other part of your body. But when you don't concentrate on it, it will move and think on its own. Yo, I don't know. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. But also, like, now you just have a snake that is just eternally attached to you. That's Drake? Oh, you think this is just... You think Drake pressed this button and then it actually became true? He, like, rubbed a genie bottle or rubbed, like, a little thing with a genie in it and he fucking gave him this wish? I feel like I'm not pressing this. 32% have pressed it. Okay, I was with the majority there. You become 3 times as intelligent, but become 3 times as weaker. I want to say that I would easily press this because I don't want to cheat the system here, but if I'm 3 times as intelligent, I could find a way to become stronger. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if this is unrebuildable strength, but if I'm that intelligent, I also might just live in like a robot body. Like I might live in a mech suit. I'm pressing that. 46% pressed it. Why would fucking 50% not? You're 3 times as smart as you are now. You'll be granted 5 wishes a day, but you have to push every button on this site, including previous buttons. I mean, we don't know what some of the other buttons are here, chat. Some of them might be like, I die. This is kind of hard. Later for the sub. Are the 5 wishes a day, would they be able to pull me out of that? I feel like the 5 wishes a day would be able to pull me out of that. But if I think it's saying I'm infinitely pressing the button on all of them at once. And so all the things would occur to me. I feel like that'd kill me. I'm going to say no. 60% pressed it. Wow. Gain the ability of a god, but you know the exact moment in time you will die and there's no way to avoid it or stop it. I feel like that's a fucking yes. I would much rather, in the hypothetical of knowing how you die or when you die, I think knowing when you die is a much better scenario. And then I'm also not going to be worried about anything because it is a finite moment that will not move. Like, if you say how I'm going to die, and it's like, you're going to be hit by a car, that's unchangeable. Now I'm going to avoid cars for the rest of my life, and I'm still going to get hit by a car. I know when I die, I mean, that, yeah, it's going to, like, be like a ticking clock, but I feel like that's not really that bad. I feel like that might give me some ease in life, if anything, and then I have the ability of a god. I'm going to say yes. 70% said yeah. Okay. Too much responsibility? How's that responsibility, though? You go back in time and return. Oh, you can go back in time and return, but anything you do will change the future. Not just and not necessarily in a good way. I feel like I couldn't. If I went back, like, you gotta think. If you went back to, like, the ancient Egyptians, that's, like, not even that far back in history, right? But say you go back to the ancient Egyptians, and you just talk to someone. That conversation could drastically change the entirety of the future. Or say you go back to, like, early Earth, and I step on a bacteria. That might be my dad. That's a wild comment. Time to find Hitler and help him the fuck out. Wow. I'm going to say no. 53% pressed it. I mean, you could be an observer, but it's really hard to just be an observer. You have the ability to come up with amazing ideas, but you will become extremely lazy and rarely accomplish tasks. Ooh. I mean, you could sell your ideas and just never do them, but the idea of becoming extremely lazy and rarely accomplishing tasks, that's just going to hinder your life on all accounts. With, like, simple tasks, so no. You can break the laws of physics, but you might tear the very fabric of space-time when you do. I'm gonna press this, and I'm gonna keep it in a back pocket. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna have the I can bend space-time reality and possibly explode the universe. For a need-be situation. Because I don't have to use it. When you die, you are reborn into a fantasy world with all your memories, but it is Pokemon. I feel like that's cool. What do you mean it is Pokemon? Like, I live in the Pokemon world? That's fucking sick. So you're telling me I'm reborn, I'm still me, and now I can catch them all. Yes. What the fuck? I feel like that's a given. Mosquitoes, I like how some of these are new. Like, a lot of these are new hypotheticals. Mosquitoes are wiped out from the earth, but cockroaches are now double their usual size. What the fuck? Mosquitoes are responsible for, like, I think the majority of human deaths. Or not necessarily mosquitoes, but malaria, which is born from mosquitoes. Didn't malaria kill half of the people that have ever lived? Malaria death count all time. Malaria has killed 50 to 60 billion people. Yeah, I'm gonna wipe out the fucking mosquitoes. Okay, these people are stupid that didn't press it. Ooh, cockroaches double their size. Bet you would save humanity. Overpopulation, though? Bitch, not that many people are dying of malaria today. Like, I think it's like 2% of world deaths today are malaria. It's not going back in time and eliminating mosquitoes, but he said overpopulation. Dude's thinking about population mitigation. Well, there's going to be too many people alive. We need some people to get stung by the mosquito and die. I'll deal with the big cockroaches. You could see the future, but nobody will believe you. Fuck, dude. Oh, shit. I was going to say instantly press that, but imagine it's a fucking catastrophic event. You can see the future, and you know that, like, shit's gonna hit the fan in a year. And you're, like fucking trying to tell everybody, oh, that's fine, I'm gonna be rich as fuck. That's facts. You would be rich. You would be able to prepare for any fucking scenario. And I feel like even if nobody believed you, you could still get your significant others and, like, loved ones to be like, all right, we'll fucking follow you even though we don't believe you. You know what I mean? Like, if I could see the future and Brooke didn't believe me, I could still be like, you got it. You just got it. You just got to listen to me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna press that. Yeah, 82%. I feel like that one was easy. You'll become the most successful person in the world with wealth, happiness, fame, lovers, and untold wealth, but you can't have children. Ooh. I feel like then you could just adopt. Right? I've always talked about how I want to, like, have a lineage after me because that's kind of, like, keeping you alive in a sense. And I don't want to be the one that doesn't have a child because then I'm hurting the chain, you know? Like, if you don't have a kid, then you basically just halted all the people that have ever existed before you and decided to have a child thousands, billions of years in the past because it literally follows, like you exist, chat. I gotta pause the fucking music for this. The fucking YouTube viewers aren't even gonna hear this music, but listen. You exist because every person before you decided to have a child, even going back to, like, the fucking fish, right? Like, fish that weren't you. Like, non-human creatures that would evolve to be human had a kid. Or not necessarily a kid, had another fish or whatever fucking weird creature it was 4 billion years ago. There was a weird mammal that was alive during the dinosaurs that fucked underground, right? And because they made that sacrifice, you exist, right? And now I'm not having a child, so I'm halting that right there. I'd feel bad about it. But you could adopt. And I think I could sacrifice that. Most successful person in the world, wealth, happiness, fame. I don't want fame, though. See, that annoys me. What is with people wanting fame? Like, I, like, understand health, happiness, lovers, untold wealth. But the idea of people wanting fame is insane. Like, my job has a level of clout alongside of that. Foxman said, you're famous. I don't want to be famous. I love being able to entertain you guys. I don't think I'm famous, by the way. I love being able to entertain you guys. But I think the whole concept of fame or clout is stupid. I think the idea that somebody is valued more than somebody else because they're popular is dumb. I just like my job because I can entertain people, right? So that's why I don't want to say I'm famous, because I don't think I am, but I also just think the idea and the concept of fame is fucking dumb. Which makes me want to press no on that. And for the other reason that I just said with the fucking mammals fucking underground. So I'm going to say no. 78% pressed it. You can hop into other people's dreams, but you can never have your own dreams again. Ooh. But do I hop into other people's dreams when I'm awake or when I'm asleep? And you need dreams. I feel like people aren't thinking about the health effects of not... If their dreams are replacing the biological need that my dreams have, then yes. But if it's like I don't have dreams ever and I'm like a blank mind, that would have like adverse effects on your health. I'm going to not press that. You could summon any food you want at any time, but there's a 1% chance it'll be poisoned. I feel like I'm looking too far into these. This one's straightforward, though. There's a 1% chance it'll be poisoned, but I can summon any food I want at any time. How poisoned is it? Foxman for the 3. I would wish for you to come back to life. There's a 1% chance it'll be poisoned. Somebody said, at Joe Bartolozzi, I don't dream. You do dream. You don't remember your dream. You might be a little fucking stoner, you fucking cracky. Maybe that's why you don't fucking... That's why maybe you don't remember your dreams. I don't remember my dreams that much, but when I'm not on marijuana, I have very vivid dreams. Even otherwise, everyone dreams. You just don't remember them. If you didn't dream, you would die. If your brain wasn't thinking, you would die. Everyone dreams. For you to say you don't dream, you're just being a dumbass. You do dream, you just don't remember your dreams. You could say, I don't ever remember my dreams, but that doesn't mean that you don't dream, right? Because when you're in REM sleep and your eyes are going like this, you're dreaming, right? You ever see your friend sleep or anybody sleep and their eyes are going, or you ever have a dog? You're like, if you have a dog and you look at your dog sleeping, and like sometimes they'll do the little like yelps, like my dog will like dream and like fucking not bark in her sleep, but like twitch. But if you ever look at your dog and they're going like this and their eyes are flickering, that they're dreaming. Calc for the sub. Frankie for the 3. Would you rather fight 100 babies or Godzilla? Probably 100 babies. I'm gonna die against Godzilla. Is it a fight to the death? I'm not gonna choose this because I'm assuming, like, I could just fucking go and get the food. Oh, fuck! Chat! Oh my god, I would have pressed it. Hold up. I could summon any food I want, and I'd go to a big corporation, and I would say, I just solved world hunger. We need to facilitate something that would determine whether or not this poisoned. And then I would just throw out the poisoned food. Shit. I would have pressed it. I changed my answer. You will have a happy, perfect marriage with amazing sex and live in a beautiful house, but no internet connection for their... Your favorite song plays constantly wherever you... Your favorite song plays constantly wherever you go, but it never stops and other people can hear it. I feel like no, because then it would get annoying. You get $1,000 for the rest of your life, or every day for the rest of your life. So I got $365K a year, but you can only use the internet 1 day a week. Ooh. I think I'd do this, and hear me out. On that 1 day a week, right, I'm getting $365K a year. I can't use the internet, whatever, right? On that 1 day a year, I go to a massive server with great Wi-Fi connection, and I download every movie and every show that exists, right? And now I have entertainment, and then outside of that, I don't need social media. Like I would say as long, I could just download a fucking shitload of YouTube videos that would entertain me for a year. I already have that. Yeah, we know. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you do that, and then outside of that, you just have money. I mean, the only thing that's really going to suck in my mind is, like, you don't have the internet, but does that mean cell service? Like, could I call people? Oh, I can't play video games. I could play single player video games. I can play offline video games. Just use Ethernet. That's still the internet. I can play offline games. I could call people. I can't use GPS. So I'm going to have to be a map guy. But just because I can't use the internet doesn't mean somebody else can. Oh, yeah. This is a given yes. If I don't know something, I just say, yo, Google that. And then they just tell me. That's an easy yes. You're just locking in 365K. And I honestly feel like this would make you happier. Because I think you would learn to love the life of no internet. And you could still have the access and the benefits of internet because you could just get all that done in a day. Like, that would be the grind day. I would be, wait, you can only use the internet 1 day a week? Bitch, I was thinking a year. Oh my God, this is even better. I don't know why I read that as a year in my head, because I read this as a year. I make 1,000 every day. I'd be 365 a year. I was reading that 1 day a week. Bitch, what? Yo, I'll just get my gaming in. What the fuck? I was pressing yes on the contingency that this was 1 day a year. I could have automated tasks using the internet, but I'm not. Yeah, I feel like that's also a loophole. Ganavi for the 3. Would you ever... I'm not answering the bacon question. Don't try and hit me with the bacon question right now. You can resculpt yourself Sim style, change your hair, face, body, everything. You only have 20 more years to live as the new you. No. The fuck? You can suddenly get one game system of your dreams. Dude, people that would press yes on that need to rethink. I feel like they have insecurity issues. Like, that's not... Like, you gotta not press... Like, you're gonna press that? You're gonna fucking just... You're gonna cut your lifespan? Because now you can look like a Sims character? You could suddenly get one game system on your dreams. Wait, you could suddenly get one game system on your dreams and 2 games of your dreams. What? I don't even understand that. You will own the largest, most profitable company in the world, but you can only get paid as much as a normal convenience store cashier. You know what the loophole to this is? This is personal income. Your business can still have business expenses. I don't want to say the person that made this doesn't understand, like, a business, but if you're an owner of a business, you take a personal salary and then your business also makes money. So you could have a personal salary that's like minimum wage, but you could also just spend your business's money and just write it off as a business expense if it's expendable, right? Which many things are. Yeah, like, that's what CEOs do. CEOs don't take a salary, but like, what the fuck? Yes. You can write a letter to yourself. I feel like that's stressful, though, to own the most profitable company in the world. You could write a letter to yourself in the past saying anything you want. You have to sign the letter -Xander the lying alien and can't mention the signature in the letter at all. Yeah. Because I'd still just say things. I'd write a letter to myself in the past, and even though I'm signing it Xander the lying alien, I'm not going to mention the signature, but I would say I would mention very prominent things about my life and things that will occur, right? In the future as well. I'll be like, this team will win the Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll line it up to where I'll be like, okay, it says -Xander the lying alien, and I don't know why, but I'm still helping myself. You instantly get $1 million, but Predator starts hunting you. You're dead. That's not what... You gotta be a dumbass. You gotta have not seen the Predator movies to fucking not... You're dead. You're actually dead. Like, you get $1 million, but now Predator hunts you. You're fucking gone. You would get top tier security. They're gonna fucking kill. He's gonna kill him. No. Yeah, most people didn't. All right, we'll do like 5 more. You never get to go on 4chan ever again, but you can only use the internet as... Wait, you never go on 4chan ever again, but you can only use the internet as at libraries. What? What? That's such a stupid hypothetical. The fuck is 4chan? Yeah, good question. I know what 4chan is, but nobody really uses 4chan that much. You can spawn any food you like for the rest of your life, but whatever you choose, you immediately dislike it. That's so stupid. You become completely fluent in 4 additional languages of your choice, but you can only speak when directly addressed, including your native language. Wow. So I can never start a conversation. No. I feel like that hinders many things. You can teleport, but teleportation requires human blood. Therefore, small teleportations can be done with blood inside you. However, long trips could kill you, so you must kill a human for their blood. I don't need to kill a human. See, they're saying I must kill a human for their blood. I could just buy blood. This is not a part of the need be. It just says teleportation requires human blood. And then this is logic following it. So I'm just going to say I just buy blood off like, if I walk around and I'm like, hey, man, I'll give you $1,000 for your fucking blood. And he goes, okay. And he fucking drains a bag for me. And then I just teleport. You'll be able to read other people's minds, but they will also be able to read yours. I feel like that just makes conversations fucking pointless. No. You could go back in time to make a mistake that you think... Wait, you could go back in time to a mistake you think you have made in your life and try to make it better. But if you can't make it better and accidentally make it worse, you can't go back and change it again. Yeah. Because I feel like you would know how to fucking fix it. If you know exactly what you're trying to do, like if you're like, oh, I could have bet on this sports match, you could just go fucking, okay, I'm going to bet on the sports match now. Half-Life 3 will be released for free for everyone, but you can never play it. Yeah, because I'm not going to play that game. One mythical creature you love comes to life, but your favorite, and then everybody's going to think I'm the shit for making it free. One mythical creature you one mythical creature you love comes to life, but your favorite real animal becomes extinct. Ooh, shit. My favorite real animal is a dog, likely. So I think that's an issue. What mythical creature would I want to come to life? Probably a dragon. But then dogs don't exist. But cats do. But then Daisy dies. My new favorite animal, mosquitoes. I can trade real cats for cat girls. Oh, hell no. Wait, you're telling me I can make My Little Pony a real thing? No. I'm not going to press it. You would have the fame, looks, and money of Tom Cruise. You would be forced to sit through Vanilla Sky. I don't want to look like Tom Cruise. You can gain the ability to read minds at will, but every time you use this power, you lose 1 day of your own life. I think I would take this and use it one time at a high-stakes poker tournament. And I think I would read everybody's mind like 10 times. I think I'd go no-limit poker. I think I'd wait. I'd play the game, right? When somebody goes all in, I'm going to read, right? And I'm going to wait for a bluff. I'm going to call. I'm going to win like $1 million. I'm going to lose like 2 days on my life. And then I'm just never going to use it again. Somebody said the cursor slowly creeping up is taking me out. What do you mean? You know all foreign languages you want to know, but you can only talk 500 words a day. 9/11 never happened, but terrorism activity rises with 50%. That would make more terrorism worse. Turn into any animal using your mind, but if you, I'm going to do 3 more after this one. Turn into any animal using your mind, but if you think about turning into an object, then you're stuck as that forever? Dude, what? That you're fucked. If you tell me this and I press the button, the second I press the button, I'm going to be like, table. And then I'm just, and then I'm infinitely, like, if you tell me not to think about something, I'm going to think about it. No. These people are fucking stupid. You have the power to create anyone, but they have to be Christian. What does that even mean? You have the power to create anyone, like people that have previously existed? I don't think that's that big of a deal that they'd be Christian. You have the power to create anyone, but then they're not them, right? Like, say I create Friedrich Nietzsche, who used to be Christian and now no longer was, right? Now he's Christian. Now he's no longer fucking Friedrich Nietzsche. But realistically, like, who am I even wanting to create? Why is that a downside? For the reason that I said, right? Like, if I create Gandhi, he's Christian. He's no longer fucking Gandhi. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'd still just say yes, because then I'm only going to create people where that wouldn't be detrimental to, like, history. I don't see why you wouldn't, because it's not like, oh, you have to create people. It's like you just can create somebody. I just wouldn't create people that weren't Christian. You know what I mean? You can bring forth any memory of anything you've ever learned or experienced on a whim and can relive memories of your past. But doing this causes you to forget one item of knowledge stored for each one of your... No, that's so stupid, because then I'm losing memories. You could get any girl guy you wanted, but you can never fall in love. No. Last one. You will gain mind control, telekinesis, and the ability to stop time at will, but you will lose 10 years off your life, and the mind control can only be achievable by kissing the person. Telekinesis can only... That's so fucking stupid. There's so many stipulations. All right, last one. You have infinite money, but you become incontinent. That means I shit myself, right? I shit and piss myself. You already do that? Buddy, okay, settle down. Incontinent. You would wear a diaper? I don't want to shit myself. But I feel like if I have infinite money, I could figure out... I just wear a catheter. Oh, but then I have to have a catheter. At the age of 22? Wouldn't be new for you. You guys are such dickheads. By surgery, it wouldn't fix it. I'm assuming it's the stipulation of you will always be incontinent. So I'm like, I have like the bladder of like a 90-year-old. Like, I just piss myself. And I shit myself. Huh. This is like the hardest one. Remove my ass? I don't know about that. Stitch your ass? Then you're just filling up with poop. Chat, is that really the solution that you have? Just put butt plug? Dude, what? I feel like no. I feel like no, dude. I feel like no. All right, we'll do one more. You will have 3 wishes per month, but you are the last person on Earth, and you can only bring 1 person back per wish. That sucks. No. One more. My book adapted to screen. Fuck off. This guy is literally editing his book, or shouting his book, have 10 times the intelligence of the smartest person to exist, but you have a severe headache that cannot be cured. No. Fuck. Okay, I'm done. I won't stop. I'll infinitely do this. I know I will. All right, chat. That was a W stream. We're going to call that there. I'm going to upload on YouTube right now. Video that we're uploading today is the hilarity of the Apple Vision Pro. It is the reaction to the Casey Neistat video. It's pretty funny. Go give it a watch, chat. hold up. But
no one.
outside of that, chat, craze for the 3. I make rugs. I can make one of you and send it to you. If so, would you want it? My IG is acarts if you want to check some out. I might after stream, but I am busy and I need to get some stuff done. But possibly Diamond and Brian for the sub. Good to have you for the 3. I just don't want to give a random person my address. You know what I mean? Luke for the 3. I'm a freshman in high school with 4.5 GPA. Started modeling UN in my high school. I'm also interning for UN. I want to get a scholarship. What else should I do? I have no idea, man. You know, for scholarships, it's grades. It's fucking extracurriculars. That's it. Outside of that, appreciate everybody that popped into the stream. I had a great chat, great audience today. We had a lot of people in the stream. Thank you to everybody that popped in on the Tuesday stream. I know I'm normally not live today. Exclamation play Discord. Join the Discord. Send videos for your actual games to play in the video sketch tab, game sketch tab. It's how I find most of the videos that I watch the games that I play. So I'd very much appreciate it if you guys sent videos from your actual games to me to play in the video sketch tab, game sketch tab. Outside of that, I'll be live tomorrow at 4:30 EST. It's going to be an itch.io horror game day and Little Misfortune. Thursday is going to be Helldivers and then an Infinite Craft race. Friday, I'm going to be doing that with Zuzi, Sneak, and maybe JoJo. Friday is going to be Reacts. Saturday, Reacts and Philosophy Reacts. Saturday is going to be Ready or Not and Killer Frequency. And Sunday, I'm not live. Monday, I'm going to be doing Minecraft. Back on the Minecraft world. And Tuesday, I'm not live. Next Wednesday will be gaming. Outside of that, chat, go watch the new YouTube video. Literally going to link it right now. And yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow. We are going to raid. Who do you guys want to raid today? We'll go raid Zuzi. But go lock in and watch the new fucking stream, or not new stream, new YouTube video chat. Appreciate everybody that popped in. We had a great checkout audience today. I appreciate everybody that popped in. I had a fun ass time. Hope you guys had fun, and I'll see y'all soon. We are going to raid in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Catch y'all later.